2. All right. Sweet. What is up, everyone? Happy Monday, and welcome back to another Monday night stay-at-home open mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic series. I was going to this one because this is the stay-at-home open mic, but we are presented by Barbed Wire Open Mic, aka BWOMS. BWOMS is, like my baby. I've been running it since 2012. We are part of Border Senses, a literary nonprofit organization set up in El Paso, Texas, and we have open mics in person there, well, when it's safe to do so. And of course, we've been doing these online mics since April of 2020. We've got a great cast of performers, as always, a lot of regulars, and as always, maybe a nice mix of people trying it for the first time and hopefully not their last. So welcome to the show. If you guys are tuning in live right now, I really appreciate it. You're like a real one. That means you were waiting for us to start the stream, and that's amazing. If you are watching the replay, though, also thank you so much. If you are an EPCC student and here for the, the the code, that sounds so mysterious, right? If you're here for the secret code, stay tuned and we'll reveal bits of it throughout the night. No, just shoot me a message. If you're on the Zoom call, you can just shoot me a message and I'm going to get you the code for the Tejano Passport program thing that we do. Otherwise, check it out. Each performer is going to come up and have about 5 to 7 minutes to do their thing. It could be poetry, prose, improvisation. We do invite dance. We invite hip hop, anything, any genre, comedy. It's been a while since we've had comedy. It does it's kind of hard to translate through Zoom, but that doesn't mean we don't discourage it. In fact, Ed, who also does poetry, always opens his set with jokes. So, I guess I was wrong in that part. Ed is always telling jokes too to kick off his set. Anyway, if you guys ever want to be a part of this, the best way to get on the list is to sign up. We usually have a sign up sheet every week through our social media pages. So if you're not already following us, just follow us at the Barbed Wire Open Mic series on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I encourage you guys, check out that subscribe button. It does help. And more importantly, if you click that like button and share with people who might like this, that helps all of the performers tonight so much because you're getting it into other people's eyes and ears who, new audience members. Anyway, so if you are tuning in, I just encourage you guys to interact in the chat, say hello, let us know what lines are really working for you. All right, that make you feel something. Maybe taught you something, or maybe, just something you can really relate to. So, without further ado, I'm going to be the host tonight. We've had a bunch of great guest hosts. I'm gonna fill in tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. We have an excellent list. So we're just going to kick it off, right? Zoom. We're going to travel all around the place. In fact, we're going to go from El Paso right to Denver, where we're going to visit Mike Sindler, always rocking his smooth hair and his smooth palms, and of course, Lighthouse Poets. Got to give the shout out. Mike, go ahead and take it away, man. It's all you. Go and kick it off.
Yeah, it is really nice to see that you're feeling well enough to host again, Richie. We all are very glad that you're getting back to it. And yes, I am going to go ahead and just do lighthousewriters.org. A wonderful organization that has classes and workshops and free events and all kinds of stuff. So highly recommend it to people to check out. And yeah, it's very nice too to see new people all the time. This is such a great community, but it's always good to get new voices in here that bring their own special light. That being said, start with this one, which is a new piece. It's called Holes in Space. Sweet child, as you look back in time to see the holes in space where friends and family should be, short lives that should have left longer shadows across experience, kisses, hugs, and lessons never shared. Know that they would now embrace you in communion's transcending space of days. These holes you see still let in light, pattern woven round them, stitches all to all. Echoes flowering song, exhales sweet scent, from memory and momentum. They are you, and you contain in you at least a part of them. Those known to you or lost before your arrival, these holes may tunnel down to grief, but they fill with wonder. Oh, child, dear child, do not fear to peer deep and discover marvelous tales that mirror your new trail. Living loved ones may falter, falling into mourning, dipping arms into openings, attempting to pull last treasures from well of tears. Hold them tight. Do not allow them to fall in and be lost. An occasional drink of salt water passing lips will wake tired taste buds and summon recollection of shared feasts. But these waters of grief do not bubble up to be bathed in. Sweet little one, we wish, as all who have lost will always wish, you could have known or heard the singular spirit encased in each. Lost opportunity deprives us of the sweet and the tender, the hilarious and melancholy character each snuffed candle's once dancing flame contained. Look into the eyes of the living behind puddling saline falls. That candlelight still flickers undimmed. Let them kindle and pass on to incandescence. Let the light that emanates from these holes in space that mark your past, that invisibly led you to now, stay strong. Sweet, dear, gentle child, let be all the sum their lost promise allows, for you have life, and that is what their paid price bought, and you are worth it all. And the next one I'm going to do is an older one that I just pulled out for the hell of it. It's a triolet called Poems on This Bus. I've written 2 poems on this bus, a haiku and a triolet. And now this one, just because I've written 2 poems on this bus. That's what inspiration does. It picks you up, drives you away. I've written 2 poems on this bus, a haiku and a triolet. And speaking of haikus, I'm going to do a haiku sonnet. It's called Walk of Shame. She don't buy into your walk of shame because she ain't ashamed of nothing. She don't give a fuck what the neighbors are saying. They're just jealous punks. If you can't get that she's living her own best life, what is your problem? You know you'd trade your whole week for her night if you stop caring about wrong and right. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pop the hat on and go with a real classic here. Mr. Ginsburg, a supermarket in California. What thoughts I have of you tonight, Walt Whitman, for I walk down the side streets under the trees with a headache, self-conscious, looking at the full moon. In my hungry fatigue and shopping for images, I went into the neon fruit supermarket dreaming of your enumerations. What peaches and what penumbras, whole families shopping at night, aisles full of husbands, wives in the avocados, babies in the tomatoes. And you, Garcia Lorca, what were you doing down by the watermelons? I saw you, Walt Whitman, childless, lonely old grubber, poking among the meats in the refrigerator and eyeing the grocery boys. I heard you asking questions of each. Who killed the pork chops? What price bananas? Are you my angel? I wandered in and out of the brilliant stacks of cans, following you and followed in my imagination by the store detective. We strode down the open corridors together in our solitary, fancy tasting artichokes, possessing every frozen delicacy and never passing the cashier. Where are we going, Walt Whitman? The doors close in an hour. Which way does your beard point tonight? I touch your book and dream of our odyssey in the supermarket and feel absurd. Will we walk all night through solitary streets? The trees add shade to shade, lights out in the houses will both be lonely. Will we stroll dreaming of the lost America of love past blue automobiles and driveways, home to our silent cottage? Ah, dear father, graybeard, lonely old courage teacher, what America did you have when Charon quit poling his ferry and you got out on a smoking bank and stood watching the boat disappear on the black waters of Lethe? Thank you very much.
All right, guys, go ahead and mute yourself. Make some noise.
Yeah, Mr. Sindler.
All right, Michael, thank you so much. And of course, rocking, always repping Poets Lighthouse. Go check it out, guys. I'll make a link right now on the YouTube channel. If you want to leave it also in the chat right now. Yes, Michael Sindler, everyone, thank you so much. What a great way to start off the show. It's a little bit of a mix because our next performer usually does start it off, and but it's great because we're going to go from Denver to New York City. We're going to go ahead and visit Deadpan Lizzie, who has, I think, a little something different today. I saw you got like an essay you signed up to do. What's up?
Yeah, good to see everyone. New York City is still out there. I have jokes, but they're like golf jokes, so I'll spare you guys the golf jokes tonight. Because I grew up playing golf, and those are really the only jokes I know. You can find me at ES_Strauss, and I changed my Zoom name in case anyone needs to see it. Yeah, I was cleaning off my laptop, getting rid of files that I no longer need, and contacts on my phone of no longer people I talk to or want in my life. And I found an author's note I was asked to write when I was a guest artist at the Dramatists Guild Foundation as a playwright a couple years ago. So this is my author's note. We must remember our paths are all different. Sometimes dreams no longer hold significance or become incomplete. Look and listen closely to all who pass by you. Understand, even on your hardest days, theirs could be much harder. Mistakes will be made, words will be taken out of context, and emotions will run high. We are human and we err, something so natural, as it always will be. Practice honesty and continue to be the best person you can be. That is all this writer asks of her fellow beings. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and also thank you for checking in on the city right behind you. I liked that intro there. I know that there was a hurricane threat, right? Or is that near you?
No, blizzard.
Oh yeah.
But we survived. It really wasn't as bad
Blizzard.
as people made it out to be.
Oh really? Well, I mean, thankfully then that's the case. But as always, great having you. And you, as you said, you just point to ES_Strauss right there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
My link tree and my Instagram. If anyone's interested in what I'm doing.
Hell yes, awesome. And of course, Lizzie can be found hosting shows from time to time as well as workshops. Got any coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow night I have my mic with the word is right, Deadpan Dope Tuesdays. Instagram, and the information is on my Instagram page. I will have some more workshops coming up in the future, as well as guest hosting. I will do another poetry games with Vocabulary this spring and summer, which I'm very excited for. Finn Bell is here tonight, who I adore. And just a lot more stuff going on, a lot of books, a lot of anthologies I'm putting out there this year. So you can check my link tree, ES_Strauss, my Instagram, if you want to learn more. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Deadpan Lizzie, everyone. As always, a fixture, I'm glad you always have the time, even though it's a little later in the night, to stop through and share some of your words. Even if you found them through, isn't that like one of the most interesting experiences? Like when you're just going to an old computer, or even like maybe old notebooks, and you just find work like, oh, hey, look at that. It's always fun to revisit. Anyway, let's go ahead. We're actually going to go to Pittsburgh, and we're going to go ahead and invite up to the mic one of the just the most creative people that has graced this show. They're always killing it, and I do tell you guys, if you're new here, peep the pronouns. But we got Vale Larkin up next. What's up, Vale? Go ahead and do your thing. Welcome.
Hi. Okay. I'm at Vale Larkin on Instagram and Linktree. Just Vale Larkin on Linktree. And I have a feature coming up tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Time to Arrive, which you can find on Facebook. And that's where that event is listed. And I'll put stuff in the chat. Sacraments. Paper is not smooth. It catches on my fingerprints and sticks just enough to say, I have been here, and nothing will ever be the same. I use spiral-bound books for writing. I enjoy their autonomous, supportive nature when folded. There is a small Canadian company that makes a hardback, spiral-bound, 300-page, all-recycled journal. Its mass in my hands, rough paper and cardboard, rings biting lightly, and the swing of its weight as I flip to my page like my mind opening and swinging itself wide and free into the world. I am anachronistic. Thoughts all somehow smoother onto paper than pixel. I write with fountain pens. I blame the first person who gifted me with one. She must have known, seeing my caressing of the stationery section, that I would be an easy mark. They make marks so easily. A brush of the nib swinging from my fingers on one reality rough page, and all is revealed. And really quick, I'll read not really quick. Read one more. Ecstatic rituals. There has always been a rhythm to the life and flow of us, of our arms out, our legs kicking. There has always been the beat. There has always been the rhythm of the earth breathing, of the trees breathing, of the light and the mystery breathing, and the life. We step so carefully now. Like too much weight will break the soil and send us diving, core-bound, crushed. Firm foundation gives the illusion of permanence, folly in our shifting existence. How our bodies call us to wringing away our hard, even lines into bends, twists, and shapes out of daydreams all moving at once. There's a sound to the rhythm of the beat of the beyond, and the beyond is in all of us. We're all breaking the boundaries set by our fear. We're unleashing, and this is the way of the dance. Music is the way we soak into deep pools of shadow, the way we sparkle in the spot, staggering scintillation, and the way we break bodies into beats, notes, and soul. We are everywhere the music flows. We show ways to the waves, to the world beyond, where we give up our chains for unmaking. Bring in the night soaked in rich darkness and lights in the air. Like night-made concrete, like light that takes up space. The air so charged it glows in the soft, warm cacophony of the sound around us, made matter, made mortal, rising from the dark like revelation and carrying our hearts up so even the peak of the grief of each fade into change makes us weep, makes us sing, and dancing we spin. Here we hold out our arms to the whole world, encompassing darkness, staggering light. And the mind to the body, to air, to the earth, and around the globe spinning like a dancer as she kicks her hips to the beat of the bang, and the stars that sing and are spinning, and it's all one single motion in those moments. In time, you're in concert, you're inside, and there is nothing else. Inside all of us, there is nothing that doesn't belong.
Wow, ecstatic. Yo, everyone, unmute yourselves, make some noise, show some love in the chat. There's already a lot of love in the chat. But Vale, awesome stuff. And yes, congrats on that feature tomorrow. Time to arrive. If there is a link, feel free to put in there too. If that's welcome. I always forget the rules from mic to mic. But as always, great having you. Thank you so much for joining us. And also any social media links as well. Feel free to, we'll pass it along. Yes, Lee did say some awfully truthfully great things too about Vale. One is just, yes, the vocabulary. Like, I'm always out there, right? I see that. I'm like, all right. Thanks. And of course, the use of form and technique as well. That last one, oh, I'm gonna have to replay that. That's the coolest thing, guys. Right now, this is live on YouTube. So again, shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. But the coolest thing is that this is in an archive now. These performances, and we can always go back and revisit them. So make sure you guys are writing these down, right, as documented performances, right? But we can always go back and live some of our favorites. So you can write them down. All right, let's keep the show going though. Monday, I've said this before, but like the cliche stereotypical thing has always been like how Mondays suck. But ever since we've started doing these Mondays, I just it's a really great way to start the week. It completely changes my outlook for the rest of the week, starting off so strong like this, and and it's also just great to hang out with a lot of you guys afterwards too. So, all right, let's keep going. We're actually gonna go come back to El Paso, Texas, our hometown of barbed wire. And we have another great poet, the poet laureate of Tumble Words, and of course she always rocks the mic here at BWOMS. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the mic Robin Schofield. What's up, Robin? Welcome back.
Thank you, Richie. Yeah, this is great. I love this open mic. And I'm going to read some poems about winter in El Paso, and then a poem looking forward to spring, because we're going to have 4 days of winter in a row, unheard of in El Paso. And we may even get a light dusting of snow. So when I heard that, I canceled everything, because you don't want to be on the road in El Paso if there's a light dusting of snow. Okay, so this is called Wintry Mix in the Chihuahuan Desert. No one predicted a noon wind chill of 19 degrees, fog and snow showers. Even now on TV, the forecasters admit their models don't show it, while I hear snow crunch against the window pane like sand swung by a dust devil in the spring. All day I have watched it pile up around the palm tree and on its fronds, a witness to the snow-tipped pines, to the vanished Sierra de los Mansos, socked in by desert snow. The models now say it will end in 7 minutes at 1 p.m., but I don't believe it for 1 minute. I believe that visibility is down to 1 mile, that wind gusts are up to 35 miles per hour. I'm going to drive the Subaru and wear my snow boots, then snuggle up and do Sudoku, except that the shepherd dog wants his walk, even though snow slants like flecks of white paint artists dab in the eyes of portraits, the light on this fog-bound day snowing in the freezing Chihuahuan desert. And then this one is about the same weather phenomenon. Freezing fog in the El Paso desert. And we don't get fog very often either. So this was really a weird weather event. The fog that crystals on my face as we walk in the morning weather hides the road. The fog that knocks on the window pane in the gray veil of a wizard who doesn't know which riddle to ask. The fog that grows during the night like a mushroom. The fog that descends fully formed but diaphanous, yet substantive enough to make the mountains disappear, closes Trans Mountain Road. I asked the fog, the oldest riddle I know. What is it to see and what is it not to see? I see what hides everything. Okay, and then this one is looking forward to spring and Lent and things like that. It's called Pilgrimage in the Desert. How many questions in the spring after Lent food, lentils and fish tacos? How do we find a destiny, at least a destination? Perhaps in the stony Sierra de los Mansos. Has the trail to Cottonwood Springs been punctuated by a flood? And do robbers spin a trap for us in La Sierra del Cristo Rey, like black widow spiders in the corner? We know they are out for us, so will we leave our rings at home? What happens in the Black Range is a state secret. Do we dare ask the black crickets whose chorus swells in the blasted pines? How are the red rocks of Marfa, the coolest spot in Texas, the lowest lows in the summer? With the lights no one can explain, neither poet nor scientist. Oh, forest fire in the Davis Mountains, where the feral hog burrows and deer leap over fences, however tall. Where do you live now that you have consumed yourself? In dark sky territory, the McDonald Observatory, where the mythology goes in the thin air, observing the catalog of stars. Can we make out what we can't see in the city? Okay, and then I want to do, at the risk of making myself look bad, I'm going to read a little poem from Rumi out of the Big Red Book, translated by Coleman Barks. And I'm going to do that in part because I love Rumi, and in part because I'm doing a workshop called The Radical Amazement of Rumi on April 2nd for Tumbleworks. And that's on Saturday, April 2nd, starting at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So this also kind of looks forward to the spring. One drop of wine falls on the ground, soaks in. All this commotion of intelligence and feeling comes from that intentional spilling. Your sadness, so concerned with itself, how it's going, secrets rising out of the soil, thorns wrapped with petals. Only someone sickened by fall can rise now from the bed. What is the fall wind? A clear refusal. What is spring? Your opening heart. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. That is all, and that is everything. And of course, gotta promote Robin rocking the drip. You know, looking so stylish too. Rocking the Rumi, ruminating through Rumi. Yes, everyone, go and make some noise and show some love to Robin right now. Amazing poems as always. Yes, so you already promoted your workshop, April 2nd, Poetry Month, and that workshop is always bound to get some great writing out of it. Is there anything else you'd like to promote?
Well, I'm on Facebook. If somebody wants to look me up, just under my name. I have a couple of pages for my books, and I have 2 books, Sunflower Cantos and Flow. So if anybody wants one of those, I'll put my email in the chat.
Awesome, perfect. Thank you so much. Man, you know, of most though. Nah, never mind. I'm not I was like, Robin, we miss you at the in-person readings, but we'll wait. You know, when it's a little better to do so. And then maybe another outdoors one that we have. But thank you for making it as always. Glad when you do. And also, you guys heard it, Tumblewords. If you've never heard of that, if you're an aspiring writer, go check it out because it forces you to write and just read what you wrote. It kind of forces you to just confront that part of writing that a lot of people hate the most, is just writing on the spot and getting it out of the way. it's it's great stuff. And of course, we've been having lots of our online community also be part of that now too. Yeah, Saturdays from 1 to 3. And of course, is anyone who, what's going on this Saturday? If you put in the chat, whoever, I'm sure Kit knows. But yeah, always great to have you guys. You're going to be swarmed with all sorts of workshops and open mics as well, too. So definitely mark them down so you guys can hit those up as well. Let's keep going. We're going to go to East Harlem. That's right. Back on the show, we have Vex Lex. What's up? Welcome back. How are you doing right now?
What's up? I'm good. Glad to be here, like always. All right. So tonight I have 3 pieces. The first one is called Can I Be Honest? Is there such a thing as honesty in moderation? I've witnessed the complete lack of and the nauseating outpouring of, and I can't help but wonder if there's someone keeping score. Honesty is at its peak usefulness when it's what you think I want to hear, when it's what you think I need to hear. Honesty is only the best policy when lying doesn't benefit the speaker. It absolves you of any responsibility for what's to follow. Because you've said your piece and the rest is up to the listener. You've washed your hands believing that you will be at peace, since full disclosure is always key, and the truth will set you free. My second piece is called Negate the Negative. Why is it that when I am left to share a space with the deafening silence, my mind begins to unravel and the thoughts that I have fought so hard to keep at bay come seeping through and make themselves at home? There are days when I am able to maintain the leak, and for a while it helps to not be a victim of the thoughts that seek to punish me for simply wanting to live without complications. I tell myself that it'll eventually be okay. After all, who knows my mind better than me? And my last piece is called This Feeling. Saturday afternoon in Central Park. The sun's rays reflect off your fair skin, and we set down a blanket with all the fixings for a peaceful time. Little League has commenced on the diamond, the clattering of a bat against the pinstripes. Echoes in the background. The wind settles down. You push some of my hair back, and I revel in your scent. The days should always feel like this, cradled in your warmth. Peanut butter and jelly on wheat. Summer has filled the air, and romance has only begun to blossom. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Blossom and Romances. Thank you, Vex Lex. Also, I'm just realizing, is that a Threat Level Midnight poster behind you? I feel like
Yes,
I
it
hadn't seen
is.
that. Awesome. The hit series. Is there anything you'd like to promote? How can people follow you online and support you?
I post my poetry on my Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram at VexLexPoetry.
And there it is. Awesome. Thank you. And you got anything coming up? Any features?
No features yet. just going to these open mics and just giving it what I got.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you. And also, you know what that means? All you people running shows, hey, she doesn't have any shows coming up. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for joining us, as always.
Thank you.
Awesome. Sweet. And I had mentioned before, too, microfono. Man, I always forget. I should pull it up every time. I try and go from memory. My memory is not good. But, you've had your poems translated, which is really awesome.
Yeah, that was so
set out.
great.
Yeah. So I always make it a point to try and post it because that's really cool, and that's a great project too. So all right, we're gonna stick around in New York City, and we're gonna hang out in the Bronx for a little bit. Next up, we have someone who's been coming through and is quickly become a fixture as well at these nights. It's just great to have his energy here. He's going to have his first guest hosting job here at the online mic on the 21st of this month. Really looking forward to that. But of course, you can always catch him running the Bronx Art and Fun Hub all around online. But let's go ahead and welcome back to the stage Ron Mark Thompson, RMT. What's up, man? How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. Thank you so much. I'll be, very honored to be guest hosting here next month. It's very wonderful. And if that was a subtle hint in regard to Vex Lex, that we should feature her, yes, I do have an organization that I'm Vex Lex. I'll reach out to you. You're more than welcome to feature at mine, so I appreciate it. All right, quick note. I always try to promote kindness. I put the word smile behind me and the smiley icon. I should follow my own advice once in a while because apparently I haven't been kind to a few good friends the last few weeks. I had a 2-hour phone conversation with a good friend of mine this weekend, and they told me, some things that I didn't do right. I try to be kind as best as possible. Even I have my flaws, I'm not a perfect human being, so I do the best I can, and I hope that people can recognize that and at least honor that effort. So on that note, I'm gonna try to read 2 kind poems. The first one is from an open mic on Friday that Ray Jane hosted at The Word Is Right, her Freestyle Fridays, and she gave us a prompt during the open mic, and the prompt said, tell us if you knew that you could not fail, what would that be? And this is what I wrote. If I knew I would not or could not fail, I would change my life, maybe make it more or maybe less stale. I would go ahead and plan that big travel anywhere I want to go, just to get some rest. Any vacation spot, knowing that I always would get there, so I would feel less stressed. Then I would come back and write 3 new Broadway play scripts and shop them to the theaters without bail. Hey, one of the producers will like at least one of them. Remember, you said I cannot fail. I would live life to the fullest. Don't care what others think, just go ahead for my goals to fulfill. I would take that step, climb over my own obstacles, all for a good will. If I knew I could not fail, I would do anything on everything I ever dreamed of. And hey, maybe I would even loosen up so I could finally fall in love. And that's the first one, thank you. And the second one I wrote yesterday. You all know Kemlyn Ten Beppy. She taught a workshop yesterday at the Poetry Global Network. She actually will repeat that workshop this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The workshop was called Get Shit Done. Sorry, SH asterisk T, but you know what it means, And one of her prompts was, how are we feeling? We had to put, write down, how we felt. Now her workshop happened to be in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. I feel tired. It is evening now. I rewrote it to match the evening, so here it goes. This evening, I feel like having accomplished another productive day. My tasks and projects and chores I did kept me from wandering astray. Yes, I'm a bit physically tired and sometimes still tired of life. Nevertheless, I boot up every day to fight my battles and continue to strive. Life throws obstacles at all of us. I certainly get my fair share all the time. What do I do? I simply invent some words, put them in lines, and make a rhyme. That way I cheer for myself to march on and be an inspiration for others, because I want nothing more to be happy with my fellow sisters and brothers. I am no longer tired, no longer sad, and very happy I made it here to be here. And just like I do every day, I put on a smile and very gracefully I will cheer. So I choose to end this on a good note tonight. As always, thank you for listening. Please stay shiny and bright. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Did you have? I mean, did you want to promote your stuff too, like your social media, so people can follow you?
Well, since you ask, I don't want to impose, but since you're so kindly ask, you know, I never like to self-promote. No, we all have to. So I volunteer my time at the New Regan Poets Cafe with Advocate of Words. You know, we do Monday evenings, online open mics. That's the reason I get here 10 minutes later, you know, and, you know, but thank you, you know, for still welcoming me. I also guest host at Fincapulary infrequently. My next guest hosting gig will be February 17th, but check out, put it in the chat, check out, you know, Finn Bells and Finn Kappa. There's many other amazing open mics. Michael Sindler, I think, is guest hosting this Thursday, American Pie, you know, Bear Wolf, Valentine's, the day before, you know, amazing different, you know, online open mics. And Finn Bell, Richie, is how I met you, because I saw her her interview with you at the Poetry Global Network, and that's how I got introduced to here. So that worked out. Also at The Word Is Right, I host 2 bi-weekly workshops. The next one will be the week before Valentine's Day, when we write love poems and stories. And last but not least, my personal at Ron Mark Thompson, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Bronx Art and Funner, BXAFH. We have coming up this Thursday evening Ekphrastic Poetry and Prose with Diane Ward, and the artist is Christopher T. George, who many of you may know here as well. Friday we have the Ray of Sunshine Positivity open mic, and for the rest of the month I have a stage play reading with 2 of my plays coming up, book talks, arts and crafts workshop. Oh, Richie, I didn't show you this, but we had an arts and crafts workshop last week at Bronx Art and Fun Hub, and we did paper rolls, you know, like toilet paper rolls and all different things, you know, like, I mean, mine are not as creative as some of the participants. They put Ed Poetastic, he created a roll with elephant ears, and when you turned it around, it looked like a bat, B-A-T, you know, so he was very inventive. I love that, you know. And last but not least, guest hosting here at BWOMS February 21st. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Richie. I really appreciate you guys.
Oh, yes, I appreciate it, man. I like it. I like how, are you sure? And you're like, well, check this out. Got all this. And yo, thank you, Ron. That looks fun. That looks fun. So check it out. BXFAH, Bronx Art and Fun Hub. Awesome stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep it East Coast. We're actually going to go to New Jersey, where we have part of the Jersey rhombus. The Jersey, what do we say? The Jersey parallelogram that was added recently, because now we have Marukin there. Let's go ahead and welcome Terry Rose Jertson, iFunny's mom.
Hey.
Welcome back. Hey.
What's up? I have 2 pieces. The mine are never really that long, so we're good. All right, so this is another one from a workshop with Ray Jane. Prompt, mirror, mirror. Allowed to be judge and jury, green-eyed monster, jaded, hairbrush thrown with intention of breaking. Broken spirit, flowing tears, inconsolable years, growing pains, learning to love myself and others. Lifelong journey, arriving to this face of love after shattering glass, struggling, wrestling, self-destruct, button pressed over and over again. Eject, relationships, lovers, friends, yet still here to confess my sins, lessons learned. Older self visits younger in a dream, said, not one of those who shunned, made fun, mattered. You matter. You are enough. You are beautiful. No, your nose is not too big. No, you are not fat. No, you are not the fake images projected into your soul as beauty. No, those faces, bodies, hair, eyes are not real. Yes, Joey Valentino was your first boyfriend and an ass who could not appreciate your beauty. Yes, the popular kids knew already. They knew this. And no, they never told you. And now I have one more. And this is from a workshop called I Am Not Crazy. Of course, I would be in that workshop. I am not crazy. Sometimes I think I need to get off Zoom and go outside and have a snowball fight with my husband. But then I think I want to stay warm and maybe I can find a virtual snowball fight online. The other days when I have 3 rooms going on at once, I wonder, what the hell am I doing? My therapist and I both agree that my poetry is my therapy, but online Zoom rooms where a word or silence can crush an ego or at least fuel imposter syndrome, perhaps a staycation away from the screen is called for. Have I done this? Yes, on occasions where I feel that I may be getting into the seeking approval to validate my self-worth behavior. When I have just taken a day off and said the words, I need some fresh air, I will get outside and feel better. So far, I have done this only a couple of times, once or twice on my birthday, and other times when I start to feel emotionally drained. Hey, do you want to build a snowman?
Awesome. Love that. I love that ending. Terry, you got anything coming up you'd like to promote? I mean, you've been involved with so much, it sounds like, right?
I've been all over the place. I think I'm going to get a break, but then somebody will just like put something out there that they're looking for somebody, and they'll send me a message or whatever. So this on the 13th is my next thing that I'm reading for the holiday reading for Valentine's Day on the 13th at FUMFA. And then I have some other things coming up in February and March. I'll just post it in the chat. I'm on iFunnies Mom on Instagram, IFUNNIEZ Mom.
Excellent.
And
Thank you.
Terry Rose Jurtson on Facebook.
There you go. Go find her if you want to be inspired more. One of the things you'll see with Terry and so many more of our participants is like they're multi-talented in all sorts of different disciplines, right? Not just in through wordsmithing, but visual arts as well, and arts and crafts and music. So that's really fun, and I definitely encourage you guys to share those talents as well to our audience. Once again, what's up, everyone? I do want to give a shout out to people who have been watching on YouTube. Let's see. Shout out to Julia, Mary, Amanda. Again, if you're an EPCC student, just shoot us a message and we can get you the Tejano code right now. I'll get to it at some point, all right? I'm hosting, trying to do other things, but I will get to you. Just make sure you shoot us a message on any of our social media, Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, or if you know my email, you can do that as well. But let's go ahead and keep the show going, guys. We're going to go ahead and travel from Jersey to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have Doc Janning, the Doc Janning in the house. In the words of Bugs Bunny. What's up, Doc? How you doing?
What's up? Well, the ceiling, the roof, the sky. I'll start with, I have 4 poems tonight. In a time of dreaming, we rest neath floral bowers in an eternal garden, the garden of love. Soft white winds sigh, our love blossoms and blooms from the lonely dark of before. In all the music, magic, and colors of time. Each breath, each gaze, each sensuous touch, each tender kiss, a new declaration. And we are become Bhakti, Darshan, and Kundun, who exist forever, one in the Hineni of love. Timescapes of infinity, finding the way through moonlight and dreams, approach the dawn of love as it echoes through timescapes of infinity. It is a symphony of all the sensuous sounds which ever were, are, or will be. It reflects and refracts in the essence of time, amid all the ecstatic colors, shades, and gradients of itself, and becomes a rainbow of bliss, woven of all the worlds of poetry, a supernova of mind and heart, spreading through the multiverse. Resonance. Gardens of sound blossom and bloom in the day after tomorrow, in symphony, song, and musical metaphor of existence, to become harmonies, oratios, and canticles of Arios' ascension. They chant hymns to the past, paeans to the future, in legends and lore of love and life, amid silent sibilants of kaleidoscopic colors, in eternal stillness and dreams of being. All flower into worlds of the multiverse, intersecting and converging in melodies and intonations, patterns and inflections, to reverberate through past, present, and future, a resonance of infinity. And I'll finish with Shacharit Horef. That's Hebrew and it means winter's morning prayers. Rising from frozen ancient shores of morning, fingers of light flood slowly across crystal fields, reflecting and refracting in all the colors of sunrise. They illuminate and silhouette shapes of fantasy created in the empire of time, and whispered prayers of ancient winds greet the dawn with joy. Thank you.
All right, no, thank you. Always coming us with the cosmic connection. Uh, Doc, do you have any poet laureate duties coming up?
Well, my next poet laureate duty is going to be on Monday, the 14th, reading to our city council. I also have coming up on the 20th, my event called Awanites, and with our featured reader this month, Alexandra Saropoulou from Greece. She is a fantastic poet and artist, and I look forward to hosting her. Thank you.
All right, excellent. Yes, great. And also, as a treat today, Alexandra is signed up, so hopefully she does make it. Of course, she's coming from Greece, so right now it's gonna be her morning. She's gonna be joining us like at 7 a.m. her time. And also, she was recently on the Poetry Global Network's episode of The Poet's Lighthouse, hosted by Finn Bell. If you guys want to check that out, go follow Poetry Global Network on YouTube. A lot of cool programming, definitely worth recommending it as well. So thank you, Doc. Let's go and keep going. Let's keep rolling. We're gonna go to Massachusetts, where we got Gigi in the house. Still not. Yo, how's grad school? How's school going?
I don't want to like scream on a live stream, but that's how grad school is. No, it's really good. I really love it. I go to a really cool little college. Oh, it's not little, it's Kent State out in Ohio, but thankfully it is all remote. I know, as soon as Doc Jennings was reading, I was just like, oh my God, my grad school's in Ohio. So yeah, it's fun though. We're getting through it. I haven't done any math courses yet, so you guys haven't gotten to see me actually have a live breakdown. All right. So, anyways, I have two for this evening. You guys can find me online at iron_resilience on Instagram or Acadian-poetry.com. You can buy my book there. I know a lot of you guys in the crowd have a copy of my book, which is amazing. I love this community so much. Okay. So these two. I might have read one of them last week. If I do, I apologize, but I reworked it a little bit, so it's fine. All right, this one's called It's Not Mine, It's Ours Now. This isn't my poem to write, and you aren't mine to mourn, but I'm still angry you died. No, I'm angry that life took you. There's no reward for living, and there's no consolation prize for survival. What do you call a funeral for a woman who survived a man who tried to kill her, only to later die from working in a healthcare industry of COVID? Do you call it a tragedy or a sick punchline? This isn't my poem to write. I'm sorry your son killed you. Sorry, let me rewrite that. I'm sorry that your son didn't believe in a vaccine and then traveled from Massachusetts to Florida to Texas, texted his cousin that he didn't feel well, came back and gave you COVID, leaving you dead at 40 with 7 children that no longer have their mom, while he called himself a golden child, golden, more like steel of the shovel used to dig your grave. This isn't my poem to write, but I see my mother's faces in yours and the rising numbers again. I can't bury another parent, not another nurse, because of the negligence around inoculation. How do we pray to a God knowing he won't save us, knowing there isn't chosen people, only lucky ones, only privileged ones with accessible health care if they choose to use it? This wasn't my poem to write, but after 2 years of trying to move on from grief, only for it to be rehashed, reopened with fresh cemetery dirt and nails, other than to say, your grief among COVID death is no longer simply yours, it's now ours. And then the second one is called Roadkill. I think about the first time I saw a deer in Minneapolis on the side of the road. In the Midwest, no one stops for pedestrians, let alone deer. I think about the time that my car slid off the road. I went into a snowbank and no one stopped to help me, just maneuvered around me. I am now the deer. I am now a thing to be passed by. I remember when I was 18 and I pulled my car over when I saw a car crash into a tree because I noticed the woman was seizing. I stopped traffic. I pulled her body out of the car and a man laid on his horn while he watched me annoyed, and I told him he can either fucking help me or go around. I don't know why I thought of her in that moment, but I know there wouldn't be anyone there for me. The first time I saw a living deer in Minneapolis, the irony, iron bars to the cemetery I was in, they were eating grass over graves off of Lake Street. And I think about my grave. If there'll be any deer over it, or if it will be that on the roadside, if I will be nothing but dirt and bones, nothing to be recognizable, nothing to be remembered, not even the outline of a deer, of a body, of a woman. What is it when you are the one who pulls bodies out of cars, the one who's called in emergencies when there's no one to call when you crash your car, or when you're in an emergency room alone? Think about the first time I saw a deer living in Minneapolis, and I wonder if I am them, if I am living in a cemetery, or if I will be roadkill, killed for trying to live in the moment. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you guys. Love this place.
Yes, awesome, awesome, and as much needed a space just to let it all out, right, and vent as needed.
Right?
Yes, thank you, Gigi. Glad you could join us as always. Did you already cover stuff you have coming up, in case you wanted to?
Baby, I
Social
got
media.
nothing but grad school.
Yeah, that's enough. True.
You can find me sometimes at Nuo. I'm actually here more now because y'all are like the pajama show for me, and I'm just like, oh, I get to go home and I get to be on the barbed wire. You can find me here. If maybe I'll do a feature again in the future, but probably not anytime soon.
Awesome. Yeah, I can relate to that. I remember grad school. Hey, But I also
help.
like the pajama show. That's pretty cool. We're gonna have to like new nickname. Yo, welcome to the pajama show. Meh, 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 or something like that. I don't know.
I
Let me take
love
a
it.
sip of
I'm
my
here
coffee.
for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add it to my fake T-shirt list that will eventually become a real T-shirt list. But of course, that is on the back burner. As always, thank you, Gigi. Follow her if you haven't already. Also, shout out to the students once again from EPCC. I believe I've gone back to you again. If you do need a Tejano passport code, shoot me a message. Somewhere you can find you can find me pretty easily. You just look me up right here or message me through Barbed War Open Mic, any of our social media. Okay, yo, let's keep this night going. We're gonna go to a wonderfully named place called Wonder Lake, where our next performer is gonna bring some Illinois because he's in Illinois. Illinois. Let's go ahead and welcome Nico Kim. He's gonna try out some rap today. Nico, what's up, man?
Hey guys. So I'm gonna try and share content. Is that the right? No. What's the right button? Share sound.
Okay, it should be available now.
Okay.
There's a share. Okay, you see it?
Now I see share content, but
Okay.
not.
Wait,
like
are you
share.
on a phone or tablet?
I'm on a phone. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's the same. It might be
I'm
different.
on the phone.
All right. How about this? I need to take my dog out, and then I'll try and set up. Yeah, I'll try and set up my I'll try and set up my computer to have music, and then I'll be back on. Is that all right?
Sure. Okay. Cool. Some tech stuff. That's cool. Didn't realize. Yeah, because I don't know if it's the same through a computer to tablet, the share sound. Anyway, yes. Well, we'll be back. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
We'll just
All right,
that was like the ultimate teaser, you know. Like, all right, here's Nico. Check him out for like a minute. All right, let's take him away. He's gonna come back. He'll be back. So let's keep going. Hopefully that didn't it did kind of throw off a little bit of the flow because we got the birthday twins back to back, and that doesn't happen often. With the introduction of Manuel, so like that's back to back, and then Pat. Oh, anyway, we're gonna try and get there. But we have Lee Martinez Soto in the house, as always, with some great work. Lee, how are you doing tonight?
Doing better.
Yes. Okay. I mean, yeah. Fair. Glad to have you here. And as always, guys, remember, peep the pronouns. All right, go and take it away.
Thank you. Okay, I do have new shit. I wrote this Saturday, the Tumbleworks workshop. And the topic was time. So this is called Recounting of the Day. I woke up at 9 a.m. today, unlike the other days in which I woke up at 9 a.m., then fell back asleep, woke up and repeat until finally I managed to open my eyes and wake up on a carriage being dragged over someplace in Tamriel. In case that one flew over your head, ignore it. What's important is that I woke up today at 9 a.m. and worked on all the busy work assigned to me by me to keep me from thinking. The pile of dirty dishes turned landslide looming in the distance, the dog hair sticking to every surface and every crevice, asking for the daily attempts at dusting it to later be mocked as it simply multiplies. The musky smell of yesterday's waste descending upon this house, once heaven, perhaps now prison. I woke up today at 9 a.m., loaded the dishes, cleaned the kitchen counters, disinfected the little corners the dogs use, swept the floors, cleaned the bathroom, fed my little petting zoo, and took some time off to wander imaginary corners of a world less terrifying than this one. Whoever said these daydreams were maladaptive clearly have never stepped foot into these fantasies. And I can hear the therapist inside of me, shifting in her imaginary seat, crossing an imaginary leg over the other, lowering her head, her reading glasses, to look me straight in the eyes and ask, "But did you feel your feelings?" I even did some writing, posted online for the engagement, attempted art, attempted music, cooking, baking, yoga, walking. But did you feel your feelings? By midday, I had the rest of the day with nothing to look forward to. So I let my thoughts stew inside this bubbling pit of resentment of having to do all the things on this list I made up in my head and did not share with a soul. Made up scenarios in which I never lifted a finger ever again and let the place rot to the ground. Imagine me far away, another place, another time, another self. Well, back to reality, I lay sprawled on the bedroom floor, maybe crying, maybe scrolling through another set of videos, playing idle games, engulfed in the distractions. But did you feel your feelings? She's impatient now. Lips purse as her face is engulfed into a frown. She sets down her imaginary notepad, uncrosses her legs, leans forward, and lets out a tired, exhausted, spent sigh. I look at her, look away, purse my lips, and I whisper, I did not. But I woke up at 9 a.m. today, and tomorrow's another day. That was one. And then I have an old one in here, and this is called Tonantzin. First in English, then in Spanish. Mother, they tried to erase your name from our tongue, change it for that of their celestial beings that they have used to justify the bloodshed, the blood of your children, the blood of your people, the blood of your land over your fertile soil. Mother, they have erected their own temples over Tepeyac, over the same soil under which they have buried our bodies and intended to bury with them our names, stories, this tongue. Mother, the barbarians have tried to take these fruits away from us. They have cleansed our blood from the earth, renamed our origins under castes, purifying the blood, colorism, discrimination, poverty, marginalization, genocide. Mother, the world has changed so much, but these children of yours have filled our hearts with hope. Nor distance or time, language or creed mattered, for they have found the roots of this your tree, nourishing hearts fluttering like Huitzili. Mother, they wanted to bury us, but they did not know that we were seeds. Madre, han intentado borrar tu nombre de nuestra lengua, cambiarlo por aquel de sus seres celestiales que han utilizado al justificar tanta sangre derramada. Sangre de tus hijos, sangre de tu pueblo, sangre de tu tierra sobre tu tierra fértil. Madre, han erguido sus propios templos sobre el Tepeyac, piso mismo donde sepultaron nuestros cuerpos y pretendieron enterrar con ellos nuestros nombres, historias, esta lengua. Madre, los bárbaros han tratado de arrebatarnos nuestros frutos, han limpiado nuestra sangre de la tierra, renombrado nuestro origen bajo castas, pureza de sangre, colorismo, discriminación, pobreza, marginalización, genocidio. Madre, ha cambiado tanto el mundo, pero nos han llenado de esperanza estos hijos tuyos. Sin importar distancia o tiempo, lengua o credo, han encontrado las raíces de este árbol tuyo, alimentando corazones revoloteados cual Huitzili. Madre, quisieron enterrarnos, pero no sabían que éramos semillas. And that's it.
Yes, yes, Lee. MV Lee. Awesome, awesome. That is a great one. Love that proverb so much. What do you have coming up? How can people support your wonderful work?
I have some workshops coming up, but it's until April, May, and June, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be announcing those as they go. Aside from that, I don't have anything else going on for this month or the next month.
All right, right on. Well, we're always happy that you can be a part of this, and I see that our family is growing with your family, so looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I'll share my stuff on the chat for where you can find me.
There you go. Awesome. Share that in the chat. Okay, so let me take a look. Nico, how you doing, man? Did you get set up? Oh, I see Patty. What's up, Patty? Got the screen on. Cool. I'm just going through looking for Nico. All right, man. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Take it away, brother.
Okay. So if the sound is bad, I'm sorry. I'm using my como se dice, my computer as we'll see if it works. All right. Which one do I want to do first? We'll do this one first. Do you guys hear that? Yeah. Broken moment spoken, revoke a token reactions. Faction after faction request some sort of action, but the statements in the paper, so the question why they spent the wasted words in an event. They wasted words in an event, but me, you see, I think differently. I don't care if my words ever fall into fears of satisfaction and relief out of the words that I speak. I like the sound of my voice, so you're gonna ramble. To do this a point, I'll talk until I am near it. Then when I get to a topic, I'll focus on an idea and build a structure around it, like a frame from IKEA. At the end of the rant, I'll swap because of the peace, because I just said nothing, but I got to speak. So I'm an anomaly and I want you to follow me. Listen to the words that I spit, so try and swallow it. Fuck out the bullshit that you've heard before. Like a SEAL Team 6, I'm here to open doors and wipe the floor of all these terrible rappers. It's their spot, I'm coming after. say are useless and I make good music. You could say that I am a maestro, master minstrel, honest psycho. Call me the menstrual man. I got the best damn flow. Fucking period. Periodic pragmatics can't stand this charismatic, chromatic daydream. Every time that I sing, I make the bells ring. Bitches call me hubby. Me and my ugly host trying to hug me, tummy get in the way because you want to tub me. In the tub trying to fucking gross. How lucky. Cause also laid in, foreign form, call it alien. Let this track, you gotta take me in, take me thin, make a mania. Looks good, gotta post a shit up on social media. Your friends feeding you, hungry for more. The feed is leading you to nihilism. Nile's not just a river future, but I'm dripping from the fountain of youth. I'm trying to meet up, and I'll lead up every rapper who calls himself fresh. Taste one, spit him out, move on to the next. Flexing while I'm flossing, weekend empties out my teeth. There's no meat in the meeting and the beef. Don't heed this warning and come at me. Saw the last thing you'll taste is the flavor of a loss. So fuck your dream team, I'm a part of the meeting. You're a fucking fake CGI from green screen. Screaming loud while I blow it over some flow G. Now don't show me if it ain't Fernando Valley. Only go to care for swimming out from Cali. I got Mally overflow. I am magnificent. I love the motherfucker with every cent. Every second spent just widens the divide between you and me. So your mind as well go high. Go motherfucker, this is my domain. I'll spit on your name just because you can. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. But loving every man doesn't mean considered good. I sit at the bottom of the totem pole, and from grounded logic is where I pull. All my thoughts are flowing rhymes, so slow it down to speed up the time, it won't matter. I'll try to pitter patter like a Mad Hatter in the battle of wits. So don't flatter yourself, because you're nothing more than some flies moving up some shit. So let me shift the perspective, time to make a suggestion, to make a new direction in the genre of art. That's how we'll start, by addressing the heart. The core of the issue, the target I've marked, and put a beat on this bitch. I turn the beat to a hit without giving a shit about the people in mind. Minding my own businesses, I tried to find the most golden memes that reflect the times I'm breaking down these fundamental elements with crude rudimentary eloquence. The elephant in the room that needs an assessment is the game is stale and it needs refreshment. Call me Sprite, I think I might be just the man for this uphill fight. Swinging like a maniac, catch his hand, singing how my brain react, catch the jam. Telling motherfuckers can't understand that this is what it means when Nico says ham. Yeah. And then one more. That's the longer one. We'll try to make sure. Oh, now I can't see why it's not working. Download or downloads. There it is. No, this one. Nice. Yo, look at these people trying to size me up. Looking down at me, but the rise should be up. I know I may be small, but my bar shows room. Psychedelics they float like a hit you with some shrooms. Need a brooms to clean out this trash. All these whack ass rappers pulling words out the ass. Don't mean to be brash, but they've had it for cash. Trying to get it some ads, because the words are not enough. They barely had the talent just to make it. So they spit a little shit and make a fucking that they take it. The limelight is all that they need. High and ghostwriters just fulfill the breed. Not trying to talk shit, I just wish you to quit saying fire's all the spit because they're not. I mean, they're not even cold, but they get room temperature. Trying to fall off as if they're hot. But what do I know? I'm just a poet, bro. In this rap game for fun. But unlike some other MCs, on a mic I get my work done. Cause I'm fresh with it. Niggas came in the game to be the best at it. Talk to me if you wanna make a test of it. All these fakers feel frequent is a test of it. You can't mess with kids. Every time get them on a mic and let go. The flow infiltrates and feels natural. Habitual bitches got my lips for some years. All these motherfucking mumble rappers can't compare because it's my year, my time to shine. Fuck limelight, the sun's gonna be mine. I'm a perfect 10, but I don't need a dime, bro. No, this ridiculous Nicholas isn't Nicholas knowing unless never make a risk of flying into the sun is my motivation and my plan. So let me break it down. Mother rappers, you are clowns. Every time you mix on, all they hear is the sound of drowning out laughter. You call yourself rapper, surely that rap. You get on the mic and you sound like a rapper. I pray for a rapture to save me from your words. Comedies, you think we're on equal terms. You think our skill is adjacent, but I'm still climbing while you're complacent. To me, complacency is missing a beat. Kisses a beat just to try and compete. Straight to the masses, from your nose up the NASA's ass. Use sunglasses, assess all master. I'd find it's fast, but you couldn't keep up. Just imagine you need to bring your speed up. About to get beat up like a porn star's twist, make Billy go. Grab my words, our horns, push passing out, ass with less now. Who's looking at the game? Remember the name, Nico Kim, bro. Why? Because I'll run this shit. Taco Bell vowels. All I have to use is consonants and vowels to open your jaws, and I'll bring the towels to clean up the saliva. Chip up your jowls and scowl all you want, but I'm sick of this flowing. By now you should know I got heavenly glow in this motherfucker goes. You wanna give it to go, unlike ramen noodles. Fuck me. Unlike ramen noodles. Fuck me. So it's such a fun line. All right, that's it, guys. And let's see if I can stop it. Why can I stop? Stop. Okay, yeah, that was it.
Hell yeah, man. Nico Kim, bro. All right, dude. Clever lines, funny stuff. Yo, are those your beats?
The second one I bought. The first one is a
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar Isaiah Rashad beat.
Ah, okay.
So it's a freestyle over another beat.
All right, man. All right, right. Dig it. Sweet. What you got coming up, man? Anything you'd like to promote or share? Where we can follow you?
Nah, man. I'm on SoundCloud. Like those two songs. The first one is like halfway done on SoundCloud. The other one's fully done. I've got some poetry on there, but SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, Nico Kim.
All right, dude. Thank you so much. Glad you can make it, dude. We miss you. We miss your presence.
Look, man, BWOMS is my home, you know.
Awesome, man. Sweet. Glad to hear from you. Wonder Lake. Yo, and for those who don't know, yeah, Nico has spit live at BWOMS. In fact, he has earned the title as one of our BWOMS enforcers. He's played the role of bouncer to unruly guests in the past. And that's just, a sign of someone who takes care of our stage or community, when someone is there to disrupt it. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Well, no, it wasn't, because someone was ultimately being like really annoying and disruptive and heckling, and Nico stepped in, boom, laid down the law.
That's what made it fun.
Yeah, it was very intense though. In the moment, it was, socially. Anyway, Nico, appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming with the bars today. He always spits some great poetry as well, and he's a crooner. He's got that crooner voice, classic. All right, dude, let's go ahead and keep going. I see our list. It looks great, and so many more talented performers to get on. So we're gonna go ahead and get back to El Paso, where we have the other half of the birthday twins. You all know him as Mr. Monday Night, starter of many traditions. Let's hear it for Kit Ren. What's up, man?
Woo! Hello. I am doing good, Richie. I made too much coffee because I am unfamiliar with this coffee maker. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yes, that's me. Let's see. Let's do this one from me. Two of mine and then the cover poem, as usual. My mom and I are in the same field and arrived independently at the same heroes. She rushes over one morning to tell me that Carolyn Fourchet just accepted her friend request. I'm in the grocery store that afternoon and she texts me to say that Carolyn just liked the link she shared. First name basis, huh? Just like that. I don't mean to make fun. This is genuinely exciting to me. Despite its silly 21st century scene markers, I think if this moment were fuel, it would burn cleanly and brightly. It is just as well that memories are not fuel, and that we cannot, in moments of panic and shortfall, attach thermite to our mountainous lobes and blow through, taking only the memories we want. It is just as well that Carolyn Fourchet, walking through a supermarket, debating between two brands of cornmeal, cannot choose when she sees human ears scattered on the aisle floor, and cannot choose when they perk up or what they hear.
Yeah.
And one more from me. Those are the dogs I'm sitting. That's why I have this cool background. But enough of that. I want to talk about the things that don't matter as if they do. I want the only raised voices to be joyous. I want no unspoken tension. I want all negative emotions to be a playful ritual act. They can't be killed entirely, but they can be declawed, made subservient to a higher, kinder force. I want all tears to be performative and all smiles to be genuine. I want our differences to be topics of interest instead of means of control. I want every great work to be without an author. I will not ask anyone to forgive unilaterally, but I want everyone who seeks forgiveness to find it. I want their apologies to not be boilerplate or rehearsed, but spontaneous, and if possible, totally wordless. I want the nonpartisan roar of a football crowd that just saw what they cannot describe and don't care which team scores anymore. Their cheers will join as a white noise that never fades or resolves into signal until amazement is the only thing we can feel, until thank you is the only thing we can say. And now we come to the cover poem, and I'm kind of breaking tendency here because usually I go deep into the archives for this, but this one's pretty recent. This was in the most recent New York Review of Books, and it completely blew my mind. So I'm gonna share that with y'all. This is called "In Response to the Lady at a Reading Who Asked What the Job of a Poet Is," by a Polish writer named, excuse my pronunciation, Jacek Daniel. It's translated by Anne Frankel and Guido Zlakis. The job of a poet is to sit in the morning at a desk and sift through the news that crackles with other people's lives. The job of a poet is to imagine entering those lives like putting on someone else's clothes. The clothes pinch. The clothes are pinched for food. They are pinched for drink. They hope. The job of a poet is to imagine a control line with deciduous or coniferous trees, trampled grass, a face behind a burdock leaf, some eyes, some chinks on the body of the border. A poet must imagine the sound of wet shoes and the feel of wet socks on both the left and the right ice cold foot. The job of a poet is to examine words and phrases distrustfully. And poets ask themselves, because who else can they ask, what does the body of a woman with non-Slavic features mean? A poet must try out these words and wonder if the poet's own body was found near the control line. Would the handwritten report describe the poet's features as Slavic or non-Slavic? The job of a poet is to try these words like the slipper on the weary Cinderella on people whom the poet loves and whose features are sometimes completely Slavic or somewhat non-Slavic or not Slavic at all. A poet must try these words out on the poet's own mother, who also has certain features. A poet must try these words on her hair, eyes, nose, against that dead body with its dead look. Try them against her living body and alive look. And this makes the poet go cold at the desk. The job of a poet is to discern in the words visible traces of a corpse being dragged from Poland to Belarus, not just the contours of a map, but also broken twigs, torn blades of grass, a silver snail trail next to its entrails smeared on a brown leaf. A poet must visualize a beetle that momentarily stopped on its 6 legs, seeing a corpse being dragged from Poland to Belarus and then turned back swaying slightly. A poet must feel and smell the wet meadow, rotting bark, and the touch of metal, because the job of a poet is to read that next to the body were 3 children between 7 and 15 years of age, as well as a man and an older woman. And a poet cannot stop reading, but must continue stumbling through these wet and muddy lines. And a poet must try being ages 7 and 15 and all the ages in between. In that place in the woods, that place of darkness, place of dampness, that place where the corpse was dragged, a corpse that is the corpse of the poet's own mother, about whom it is hard to say if her features are Slavic or non-Slavic. A poet must try being 7 years old, standing next to the mother's body as it looked then. A poet must try this. The job of a poet cannot stop here, so a poet reads on. That they were forced to walk on foot to the border and then to cross the Polish-Belarusian border at gunpoint. That is the metal. A poet must think about how a corpse is dragged. Is it pulled by the armpits or the ankles? Is it pulled with gloves or bare hands? Do the hands lose their grip along the wet and muddy shoes in that place of darkness in the woods? A poet must think about whether the shoes, the blackberry brambles, the burdock, the eyes of the children between 7 and 15 years of age, the eyes of the man and the older woman are in the way, whether the holster or the walkie-talkie presses into the ribs, whether any discomfort is felt, whether the uniform pinches, is soiled or dishonored. All this is the job of a poet, and it goes on all day. And then the poet goes to sleep and dreams about escorting children between 7 and 15 years of age at gunpoint, and escorting a man and an older woman at gunpoint, and dreams of trying on contaminated clothes, and dreams of trying on a uniform and trying that cold thing that terrifies one in bed, and dreams of returning home after a night's work in a car with a bobblehead dog on the dashboard and taking off his pinching uniform, having food and drink, and watching the children who in the dream are his children. They are the children of the uniform, and they are between 7 and 15 years of age. And he watches his wife with her Slavic features and armpits by which her body could be dragged, and ankles by which her body could be dragged, shoes sliding off. And the poet never wakes up from that cold, that mud, those woods.
Woo!
Blam! Yes, do what he just did, but
Wow.
several times, so it equals applause. Just make some noise for Kit.
Damn.
Had to switch it up, you know. But with that, he has performed alchemy.
That was everybody said it, but that was, man.
Great choice. Great choice.
Yes, that was Jacek Deno. Great Polish poet.
Cool, man. Do the thing.
Blow it
yo.
or kill it. So.
Yeah.
But I don't have my little paper because I'm not in my usual little space. But you can follow me on Instagram at Kit Renaway. You see what I did there. I have a Twitter account that's mostly sports focused. Tumblewords this Saturday. Our presenter will be Martina McGowan. She's a very powerful voice, a very good contributor, and her collection last year was actually in the Goodreads Best Book long list contest for Best Poetry Collection last year. So that's going to be very enlightening, I think. And then the week after that, the 12th, it'll be me. It'll be me with our annual Against Love Poetry event. So mark it on your calendar because I want you at your most bitter, just like this coffee that I made too strong because I am not familiar with this coffee maker. All right, I'll see y'all later.
That's great. That's great. Kit, one more thing. Show us your t-shirt.
This t-shirt?
Hell yeah.
Repping the home
t-shirt.
squad. Home team.
Oh yeah, special edition, BWOMS special edition t-shirt. It is the logo. Thanks, kid. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for
Available
everything.
online.
There you go. Actually, that one is not available online. I'll
Never
probably,
mind. I liked it.
It can be though, if there's enough demand. It's just kind of more of a special edition in which I do have at least 3 or 4 still available for sale. So if you guys want one, hit me up for that one, and maybe I'll put it online once I sell out of those. But we do have a t-shirt available. It is a nice flowery image, typewriters, blooming flowers. Anyway, yo, I distract myself so easily. So while I am distracted, I do want to give a shout out to everyone who is on YouTube right now checking us out. Matt, Julia, Andres, Windstorks, Sandy, Raised Up Ice. These are at least all the people that have been commenting. Yes, great to have you guys on. And we do have, as many of you saw in the chat when I put on the list, we do have several debuts of different varieties tonight. Tonight we just have straight up debut, and he's rocking the really cool, spiffy, streamer looking setup. And I'm excited to hear what he has to say. Let's go ahead and give a huge welcome to the stage, Manuel. What's up, man? You made it. You found your way.
I found my way over here, even though it was chorused a little bit by Lee. Thank you very much. I love you. Thank you, Richie. So after listening to Dog Talk, I decided I was going to read this one. This came out of a Tumblewords I attended about a month ago. So here it goes. A towel with the strongest smell of fabric softener, used as a rug on the cold tile floor. Old, dilapidated black boxes, trash to many. a toy box to the restless mind. Assorted pieces of metal, functions unknown. ¿Y esto para qué es? Eso es un desarmador, mijo. Úsalo para abrir la caja. Precarious motor skills leave much to be desired, but that black and seemingly lifeless box caused a revelation, ignited a spark. Thousands upon thousands of diminutive coils, wires, and black blocks. What do they do? I had to know. I still want to know, more at least. It all started on that cold tile floor, what seemed like 1,000 years ago, when given what to many was garbage, but to me was pure joy. All right, and I have something in Spanish. I normally don't title
That
my
was amazing,
stuff.
man.
Thank you very much. I normally don't title my stuff, but this one's called De Disociación y Otros Demonios. Desaparezco, entre líneas borrosas, pensamientos amontonados y miradas infinitas. Permanezco, tan solo en materia, mi mente divulgando, entre futuros inciertos, infinitos. Atorados en escenarios imposibles y fabricados. Desaparezco, quizás como defensa, ante una realidad que no entiendo. And
Yeah.
as a final thing, I have a guest piece of a book of a friend that I met over the internet. If you want his book, it's called Sara by Arturo Perez. Just hit me up. So yeah, I'll get you a copy of it. This is also in Spanish, by the way. A veces se torna molesto seguir aquí. Cada mañana oliendo el mismo olor del brote del fracaso. Ni siquiera me puedo engañar con la motivación hipócrita de una persona tan ciega como yo. Intento ver el cielo, el concreto, el paso de las personas. Todo me parece tan falso y cursi. Todo en mi cabeza parece un rompecabezas armado con un martillo, mientras todos pintan con acuarela su paso, sin saber que todos los colores son grises. Puedo gritarme lo mediocre que soy, pero solo tengo arena en los oídos y entre los dedos. El por qué sigo aquí no deberías preguntarlo. Tú lo sabes. No tienen ni idea de lo relajante que resulta la patada que te puede dar la realidad cuando empiezan a ver colores fuera de su inopia. Todas las promesas y palabras que alguna vez salieron de la boca quieren regresar antes de apestar el lugar. Es difícil digerir esa sensación que te hace sentir como estúpido. Esa sensación que me hace sentir que toda la inversión tan solo ha sido una pérdida de tiempo. Es extraño ver cómo la misma mirada que a lo que alguna vez fue musa de mis palabras y una de las pocas motivaciones para enfrentar el día a día. Es raro sentir un tipo de sufrimiento al ver cómo todo cambia tanto a favor como en contra. Es difícil ver a través del universo sin lo que me solía complementar y alegrar en los días de lluvia. Aún me siento protegido del fuerte viento. Aún me siento con ganas de jugar un rato antes de que salga la noche. Me ganaré la burla ajena, pero seguiré junto a ella, aguardando para ayudarla, aun si esté dolido o no. Lo que me hizo, y aún me hace, sentir es más que una convicción. Es algo que sobrepasa las condiciones y la lógica del resto. Solo grítenme, estúpido. Al fin y al cabo, fue mi decisión serlo. No supe qué más pude decirle. Lo más probable es que termine en el olvido. Le dije una verdad monótona como sus virtudes y lo bello de todos sus defectos. Le dije que ella es lo mejor de mi mundo y que es muy valiosa. Y el que llegue a decir lo contrario perdió el juicio y no sabe lo que está diciendo. El cómo me encanta verla entrenar, juguetear, reír, sonreír, cantar, verla molestarse, tomando, fallando en algo y volviéndolo a intentar, soportándome y escapando de una pequeña adversidad. Son cosas que echaré de menos. Felicidad, fuerza, orgullo, optimismo, creatividad. Atributos que la han caracterizado y que se los llevará sin pena ni gloria. Al menos me siento afortunada de haberla conocido.
Go.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that was amazing. Debut. Everyone, show some love in all those ways. Drop in the
Thank
chat.
you
make
very
some-
much. I appreciate it.
Yo, that was an excellent debut. You know you fucked up though. You know why? You know how?
Why?
Because
How?
you're gonna need to come back
Oh,
week in and
gosh.
week out and share more.
I'll try to do that. I'll promise.
Since Nick isn't here, we have to start the one of us. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Shout out to Nick Paleologos. Yo, so you're a streamer, aren't you? You get on
am.
Twitch and all that?
I do, and I actually have this little thing over here. If you guys want to follow me, this thing is inverted. Crap. But I am on Twitch and Instagram as Blacksmithing Scientist. I do live blacksmithing every Thursday, and I play video games from time to time. And I also have a Twitter, which is just mostly drivel. So if you're interested in that, hit me up.
Fancy, man. Okay, show off. It actually came out. It came out correct on this end, but appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Uno de nosotros. Uno de nosotros.
That's right. There you go, man. Love having you on. That was amazing. Really love what you read and just your delivery. Man, I told you, like, everyone here is super talented, you know, in many dimensions, multi-dimensional talentedness. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh man, we're gonna stick around in El Paso. By the way, Manuel was reading in El Paso, and I just love seeing all the El Paso peeps join us tonight. Next up, we got one of our favorites. You know, when she makes it on, it's a treat. She has her own theme song. I think this week I randomly just left a voicemail singing it. But we got Patty up next. Patty, bringing up a storm. Back in the house. We missed you. All right, take it away. If you're still here. Yeah, there you are.
Okay. I'm just going to go in one piece. The dreading of a day that is unborn before the waking of a dawn who is entirely feared. To gasp at a moment who dares not take your breath away but claws the very oxygen from the root of your soul. Bury me 10 feet under at a pledge that you won't uncover me at 6. Don't say those 3 little words at an attempt to claim my presence to stay. When you never heard the thunder rumble, how could you have possibly known that I broke beneath the thinness of a melting sheet of ice, frozen limbs before they even touched the water, lungs lost without air, without visibly gasping, God, good Lord, save me. Have you stumbled through the night when the darkness is so dense and the bulbs meant to light just provide survival for the shadows? Maybe if I lay here muffled in silence with only the trembling of my bones rattling, the lens of dread will dissolve, will vanish. And the conclusion of a drama class when I've never attended is quite more than just insulting. For the emotions I don't speak, I can guarantee there's more brewing. I sat at an empty screen for hours. Darkness commanding the space in between each word as I tried to voice the pain that laid within. I met silence with silence, and the loudness made me want to scream, and yet not one single word made it past the clutter of fear lodged between the spaces of my teeth, made me want to rip the clinginess of my skin who provides false protection against the battles within. If you don't see my scars, would you define me as even damaged? And yet you say I'm incapable of walking in tomorrow without the enslavement of yesterday's moments. Dare you let me go? Dare you let me live? Broken deep within all the while, the reflection in the mirror filtered the tarnish that's encrypted within. All right, done, son.
Classic ending. Yo, Patty, make some noise, show her some love. Yo, if you think Patty is amazing, just write Patty in the chat with an exclamation mark. Patty! How can people follow you online and support your work?
Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Patty is _poetic_life.
Perfect. Awesome. Patty, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Yo, see, look at the chat. Boom. Okay. I love it here. You guys are amazing. Yes, and Patty, we miss you. Come more often. I mean, whenever you're ready. Okay. Let's keep going. We're going to go to the Bay Area. You've heard her mentioned in various ways, but Fincabulary always has some really great stuff brewing. If you want to check out some of that good stuff, check out Fincabulary. She also hosts the Poets Lighthouse on Poetry Global Network, and she's just sweet. We always love having her. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Finn Bell. What is up?
Hey, what's going? I just have oh my god, my big face. Two poems tonight. I might have shared. Apologies if I did last time I was here. And one that I shared at the Nuyo just a little while ago. So this first one is called A Prayer for Sense. My dogs are growling. A Prayer for Sense. I am the patron saint of that new movement of thought and consideration, of consideration. I can be that. You can be too. You see me dot the sky, burnish clouds, but do not stop to marvel at the wonder of me existing at all. I am upon my belly, parting grass, making the soil sigh her contentment. As I, my body, create communion between us, but you do not mind your step. You are not Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, and I am not original sin. I am the soul capable of ascension, but also the body condemned to an earthly demise. I cannot take you up with me should my body squeeze in sideways through the pearly gates. Be honest with yourself. If you were me, you would divest yourself of the burden of your self-importance. Tell the truth, you would drop yourself in mid-flight too. I am the mother and the daughter and the holy sanity of keeping my own counsel amidst stupidity. It is here I draw the line, not dying and resurrecting this weary corpse, so that your ignorance may be forgiven. Sa ngalan ng Ina at ng Anak at ng Espiritu ng Kaliwanagan. Amen. Okay, this one is the one I did earlier. Visitors is the title. I don't have a better title right now. A killing happens in the time before our eyes see the vista attempting a clumsy unfold. We block out the light. I saw what happened, but not what is happening. Days are saying something, we don't listen. I will be gone one day. Will you mark my leaving, strike the stone once with your hammer? I'm learning that suspicion can be an attentive companion if you get too lonely. In the dark alone, the truth gets drunk, gets sullen, but can still parse syllables. If you hold on too long to what you believe all along safe, do you stay there out of loyalty, out of fear? Dark juice rebirth. It fills me with pride to know death knocked so many times. And I said no. I laugh because he still feels it's his right to walk these halls nightly. I was a sentinel to a bird this morning, attempting flight from an enclosed space, panicked, losing air. Do you know of avian bones, pneumatic? Maybe we could locate oxygen there. This bird and I maybe touch life before fragile skeletons crush. I feel the weight of my own brain now, ripe flesh in melon. Tap once, implosion only takes a second. I smile bliss, it's a fugue. Wake the fuck up, buttercup. Death is back rapping at the door.
All right. Awesome. Was that was I don't know. I was waiting for like the emotional pause. Thank you, Finn. Did you have another one? No? Okay. So really quick, I know that you got some stuff coming up. Yes, as always, guys, show some love, make some noise, put in the chat, emojis, all that stuff. Finn, as always, it's great having you. How can we support you online? And of course, if there's anything you'd like to promote right now.
I'm on Linktree, Finn Bell, and coming up this Thursday, Michael Sindler, the fabulous Michael Sindler, is hosting a special themed event called American Pie and the Day That the Music Died. And then the following week, I have actually a trilogy of events, really great, starting with on Wednesday, it's going to be El Hangout con Tomas, which happens every second Wednesday of the month, followed by poetry games with Chanson. Instead of a open mic, it's going to be poetry games earlier in the day. And finally, something popped on the calendar, which is like last minute. It's sort of a pop-up, but it's already full, but you could still watch as an audience. Propaganda Poet / Oso Lobo / Bear Wolf is hosting a pre-Valentine performance / tiny open mic. So yeah, that's all on my Eventbrite, which is vocabulary.eventbrite.com. Thank you.
Awesome, please, and I definitely encourage you to share any links in the chat as well. And thank you so much for your platforms. You know, you are truly a lighthouse as well, Poets Lighthouse. So thank you so much for that.
Don't make that catch on.
So many great names though that you mentioned. So that's great. And also I'll admit the first time that I heard poetry games, my mind went to like the Hunger Games, but with poetry. So like a more intense version of a poetry slam. Like welcome to the poetry
We have
games.
Matthew Marroquin to thank for that name. He's the one who coined poetry games, and
Oh,
I
nice.
kept it because
So it's like elimination. I'm kidding. Thank you so much. Always great having you and the presence of your dogs in the background as well. You know, all the
They're
love.
sleep. Oh my God, I know. It's because I think they got overwhelmed by the ones that kid is dog sitting.
Right. Awesome.
Like we can't compete. Oh no, what is that?
I still think we got to do a poetry pet day somehow. You know, bring in our pups and our felines and our danger noodles and all the assorted beautiful lovelies. All right, so let's keep going though, because
Terry Rose put in the chat. She reminded me ending February is her poetry games, which is British Invasion. So I have to mention that as well.
There you go. Awesome. Good reminder. Great reminder. It's also great to have people remind you too, right? Shout out Terry. Okay, let's keep going. We're gonna go to Land of the Cleaves. This next person I have personally had the pleasure of jamming together musically, and it's great. He's got some stuff, and it's always entertaining to see what he's gonna bring to the table. Let's go and welcome Urban Cowboy Poet, UCP, at the place to be. Take it away, man.
Howdy. Like my new mask? My new mask I just got today. What?
Oh, sorry. Let's spotlight you. There you go.
Oh, yeah, spotlight me. Here you go.
Oh, that's nice. Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it fits well and everything. I am a poet with Slavic features. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us in northeastern Ohio, believe me. When I was a kid, I thought my grandpa talked funny, so I asked him where he's from, and he said old country. I said, what old country? Poland, Czechoslovakia? He said old country. I said, Grandpa, why can't I find old country on the map? He said, it's a new map. Anyway, I just had a feature Saturday. There's so many shows going on, not all the poets get to every feature. Word is Right with Marissa, co-featured with Levi Miracle. I'll put a link in the chat, direct link, one-click shopping. Don't miss it. But I wanted to all funny legends on Saturday. Unmute the people, let them laugh. But not all the legends are funny. So I'm going to do some funny or unfunny or sad ones. I got 2 poems about suicide. First one's about the Hungarian suicide song. Gloomy Sunday. Laszlo Yavor didn't know he was doing anything wrong, writing words to Gloomy Sunday, the world's saddest song. When it was played on radio and broadcast nationwide, folks all over Hungary committed suicide. Then that nation hated songs that cause a man to take his life. Only the state had the right to cause that kind of strife. When they heard how many shot themselves, jumped, or were hung, they banned Gloomy Sunday from ever being sung. Americans saw this tragedy that befell that little nation and thought, this could be a hit. We'll write us a translation. Only one artist can sell a song with such notoriety. We must get it recorded by the great Billie Holiday. Gloomy Sunday. Billie's version was a hit, 100,000 sold. Many were the folks who would never get to grow old. She sang it sad and beautiful and released it in the fall. By spring, 200 fans had decided to end it all. People on 2 continents then left the world too soon. Laszlo's girlfriend hung herself, as did the man who wrote this tune. Britain ruled to restrict the song to instrumental only. The words were causing folks to feel extremely sad and lonely. How could so many tragic deaths be caused by one sad song? I'll give a sample, but to be safe, please don't sing along. Soon there'll be candles and prayers that are said, I know. Let them not weep, let them know that I'm glad to go. You're starting to feel depressed by the couple lines I read. If I'd have sung this in Hungarian, by now you would be dead. If you should come across this song on iTunes, YouTube, or disc, be aware that you will be listening to the words at your own risk. Gloomy Sunday. Thank you. I can do one more. Manhattan cops see a lot of deaths, but some can still surprise. Take the case of Ronald Opus, who jumped from a high rise. If you'd have guessed he'd splattered in the street, you'd lose that bet. Around the 7th floor, some window washers hung a safety net. When the fire department reached him, they had hopes that he weren't dead. But although the net had stopped his fall, he'd been shot plumb full of lead. The young man had died anyway. What made it extra sad is that it happened outside the flat of Ronald's mom and dad. Now, Ronald's parents were famous for being mean and rich. Mom disinherited Ronald. Dad called her a bitch. The elder Opus led a pretty volatile kind of life. Every couple of weeks or so, he'd threaten to kill his wife. He'd shoot her with a shotgun that he'd always kept unloaded. On this particular tragic day, the weapon done exploded. The shot went through the window, just a couple stories down from where Opus Jr. had begun his planned trip to the ground. Ronald had failed at jumping to death, and yet the boy is gone. Now it looks like he was murdered. But who could they pin it on? I never loaded that weapon, as the story his father tells. Had some mysterious enemy inserted the shotgun shells? The police wanted to charge the father with some kind of crime. His wife declared, he's innocent. He does this all the time. The old man claimed, it's just a game. The make-up sex is fun. Neither one of them had the slightest clue as to who had loaded the gun. An investigation ID'd the perp. Fingerprints were the proof. The gun had been loaded by Ronald, who just jumped off the roof. The DA found no precedent in the law books on his shelf. He couldn't charge a dead man with the murder of himself. There was, in fact, a suicide note that the police had predicted. Ronald had gotten tired of being poor and drug addicted. His first plan was to load the gun he knew his dad would shoot. With his mother dead and dad in jail, he'd inherit the family loot. But time went by, no murder occurred. Ron couldn't take no more. He resolved to end his life by leaping from the 11th floor. The Opuses had read his note, which caused that evening's fight. So Ronald had directed his own demise. His timing was just right. He planned a murder, then a suicide, and though the plot got twisted, he succeeded at both, with only one Vic, if not quite unassisted. The M.E. rule in suicide. Strangest case you ever seen. For like the man had offed himself with a Rube Goldberg machine. Thank you. See, some aren't so funny.
All right, man. Thank you so much for that. I actually meant to. All right, yo, UCP.
Look at my feature. I'll put the link in it. It was Saturday, but most people watch it later anyway.
Right, right.
And Marissa said Greg doesn't want cash donations, which was true. He said, so read his book, which I don't have yet. and that causes excitement. His book, where is it? His book. So now the pressure's on for me to get the book out.
The heat is on, man. Absolutely. Yes. So Urban Cowboy Poetry on YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
As always,
Yes.
check it out. Thank you.
I'll put
And
my
you got them.
email in the chat too, so people could suggest a legend or get a hold of me or something.
There you go. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Glad you could make it. As always, man. Yes. Oh, PoetCon in the house. What's up? PoetCon, I promoted a little bit of Thursday. All right. Thursday, Papagayo from 1 to 3 online. We're going to have a Black History Month read-in. We're going to feature PoetCon. Come through. You're all invited. We do invite our students. We invite faculty and members of the community, which means you guys. So feel free if you want to read. I think we'll just do signups there based on who gets in the chat. We'll probably make a list there on the spot. But it'll be super brief, only an hour or two. So yes, definitely come out. We'll have promos for that available. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. We have our next performer has been cutting their teeth in our live events, but this is his first time performing with us virtually. So again, a little experiment in sound, but we have Jamo in the house. He's an upcoming featured artist for BWOMS. We're going to be featuring him in a couple of weeks. He's working on a music video, so we're going to incorporate that a little bit. Jamo, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for everything you do, and I'm happy to be here and looking forward to rapping a little bit and sharing a little bit of my life and experience. And that's kind of what it is, to set that up a little bit. I've never shared the music, and I heard Nico, but I didn't hear right before he went on about how he shared it. So any insight into that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Live troubleshooting. So if you go to your Zoom window where it says share screen, do you see that?
I do. Yes, I got you.
Click it. And on the top, you should have 3 options: basic, advanced, or files. Before, on the very, very top of that window that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
If you click advanced,
okay,
it should take you to another window, and the second option is to share your computer audio.
Correct.
So if you click on that, and then on the bottom, make sure to click share sound.
Sure.
Okay, and from there, you should be able to share your computer's audio.
All right.
Yeah.
To share your computer audio.
There you go. So try that out. And one last thing I would also maybe recommend is on the top left-hand corner of the window, of your actual window where your video is, see if you have an option to turn on original sound.
Give me an error about actually installing Zoom audio, since I never shared.
It's a brand new thing.
Yeah, so it's gonna make me restart.
Okay, so so for now, how about just playing it like how you were gonna play it? But what I would recommend then is on your turn on original audio or enable original sound. On the top left corner of your video, on the Zoom screen. I don't know if you see that.
Let's see. I do not. It just says I'm sharing computer sound. Stop share.
Oh well, maybe you are sharing it.
Okay.
Let's try it, man. So here we go.
Yeah.
Jamo, do a little set, man, and then we'll come back. We still have on the list Ed Poetastic, La Tormenta, Dissociation, Alexandra, and Dan the Man. That is the way the list is looking. If PoetCon wants to share, just shoot me a message. I'll get you to the list. But Jamo, take it away, man.
No doubt. Okay. Well, let's see if you can hear this if I play it on my computer. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Can you hear that beat?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes. The beat is a little low.
Beat's a little low. Better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I'm just going to start it over real quick and set it up. I'm going to do 2 songs for you. I appreciate everybody's patience. This first song is called Ceiling. It's going to have cussing, but I'm going to try and edit it as much as I can. And it's about just my life and kind of along those lines. So there it goes. Chevy sitting with the billet grill, going heavy for the grill, one up for they chill. Pockets, heavy dollar bills, need a lady steady in them heels, deadly for the kill, steady for the fetty on the reel, reel it in, fishing on the pier, always debonair. Nike's 111 pair, steel, money to the ceiling. Hey, money, dummy. Hey, money to the ceiling. Whip got a new chick to the ceiling. Hold up. Probably got a bad chick sitting shotgun, no ceiling. Not poetry, but really hope everybody is feeling this. Would it take 100 milli? Had a butt where I learned to pop a willy. Then it's on the PT. Wolf at me dilly. Now my mind gone, man. Lost a brother, wish it was me. No complaining. Only God above me. Knowledge that saves, cause life get pretty ugly. Not a perfect pain in, but always stay 100. Ain't no kind of played in. When you go out gunning out. Up a comma, why your chick over here? Let her get up on the stick, put the throttle in gear. Yeah, got a lot of bucks. Never shot me a deer. Keep it simple, why sip on a beer? Gripping leather and wood when the weather is good. Always keep it G the way a gentleman should. Do it matter what you do, long you done it for good. Never been the one to say, what if I could? First thing when I wake for the day, give my praise to the Lord and my thanks for the bread. Smart man, dive versus investment. Can't get it out the mud, never been where the mess is. Big threats, let meet with forensics. If full family, for the end of the sentence. Ain't no hesitate with the nine. For all it get, money can't buy back time, but still can make a deal. Chevy sitting with the billet grill, going heavy for the grill, wanna for they chill. Pockets, heavy dollar bills, need a lady steady in them heels, deadly for the kill, steady for the fetty on the reel, reel it in, fishing on the pier, always debonair. Nike's 111 pair, steel, money to the ceiling, money, dummy, stack it up. Probably got a bad chick sitting shotgun, no ceiling, whip. Hey, that chick when they up to me willingly, hey, hold up. How I appreciate y'all, who you feeling it? Poetry at its best here. How I peep the show, never deal them all. Gotta keep a call, mother, steal them all. Even in the dark, I see I'm real evolved. Treat them like some bark on the tree, peel them off. I ain't right, I ain't even wrong. Always on the green, homie, Tom Rinaldi. Women with respect, only ones lit on me. How you gonna love a chick on the promenade? I'm a god. What's a common dot? Flow nasty period. Common dot, like Brana, Giannis, slob it up, make it to the last game, be the final one on the job. 365, mother lack hustle, think that's a lot. No time for a little ease and off. Prime time, that means not a season off, but still, every deal ain't for profit large, but every deal make a profit regardless. Fuck smarts, just go work the hardest. Learn a lesson that's addition for minus. That scent like I'm fresh out of harvest. Life a game, run with the starters. Hit right like a ice. Authentic like tacos and water, so always make a deal. Chevy sitting with the billet grill. Chickens going heavy for the grill, one up for they chill. Pockets, heavy dollar bills. Need a lady steady in them heels, deadly for the kill. Steady for the fetty on the reel. Reel it in, fishing on a pier. Always debonair. Nike's 111 pair. Still, money to the ceiling. Hold up. Okay, so that was the first one. Appreciate y'all. The second one, I guess I was torn between the ones I was gonna do because I do have a bit of a more depressing song. So I was thinking I'm gonna do that, but I'm just gonna do not the one I'm gonna shoot a video for. This is one that's closer to me that I always do. It's the greater good. And it's because this is a way that I try and live my life, which is for the greater good and to see the bigger picture. Everything doesn't necessarily have to be about yourself or myself, but being selfish is also not necessarily a bad thing. You just have to be a morally right person, and it's easier said than done, I guess, but I'm trying to, and I fail often. So this song's kind of about that. Hopefully we're still good with the beat. For sure. This song is called The Greater Good. The greater good never could fail. Hold up. Hey, hold up. The greater good never could fail. Heaven will conquer the hell. The real ones will generally summon the strength to come in the defense of the frail. In times tipping the scale. Where the heck do you stand? Ready to come with the violence or bury your head in the sand? How the truth, believe, begin was all a lie. Finding the end, the real, the fake, for love, for sin, for peace, for war, for blood, for friends. Never had no problems getting it. In a minute, I'ma be winning it. Know that the books have the knowledge. Got a big mind that got no problem fitting it. Where all my beautiful women is. Hopefully right near where dinner is. Know that I'm kidding. Much love for the ones that be holding it down while we sinning. Been told that everything written. Even been told where to look. This a professional level. How you a king? Barely a rook. Most people faking because only be tough when they mob deep, soul be shook. I'm planning a mood and it's already understood. Only the real gonna pull up. But it ain't always about flexing. No loss, you learning a lesson. Whenever you speaking the point to be heard, make sure you come from the chest, man. Material fit like a Lexus. Shoot up for getting arrested. I'd be a liar. I tell you, I think you get somewhere peaceful protesting. People be blind with some glasses. Different but lost in the masses. The love for my everyday people. The struggle, the hustle, all part of my passion. The greater good never could fail. Heaven will conquer the hell. The real ones will generally summon the strength to come in the defense of the frail. In times, tipping the scale. Where in the heck do you stand? Ready to come with the violence or bury your head in the sand? How the truth, believe, begin was all a lie. Finding the end, the real, the fake, for love, for sin, for peace, for war, for blood, for friends, for the greater good to get down. Leave with a check and not without. Had me a fine chick, spoke with a list. Told me she wanted to miss out. Third rock, I'm run it like List Gal. Accurate, aimless, all pissed out. Always gonna show to the table, then a chair. I pull up a chair, I don't miss out. Never do. Just for worse or better do. Mothers wanna come to oppress. Don't be surprised when we revolute. 7.6 to the messenger. Ain't nothing funny like Kevin do. Intelligent savage, whatever you call it. Just know it's the next step of evolution. Come with my handles, unlike other haters. They doubling, dribbling, nothing like get with it. Water like Michigan, wanna claim Aquafina when not giving it. Let me just go and tell you what the mission is. If you a politician, what the difference is. You in the competition of a differently burn a pile of center, getting epiphany. Ever since day one, a different breed. Biggest due to least belittling. Gonna have a feast from the middleman. They are reckoning, I get it in. Trying to live a bit. The greater good never could fail. Heaven will conquer the hill. The real ones are generally summon the strength to come in the defense of the frail. In times, tipping the scale. Where do you stand? Ready to come with the violence, to bury your head in the sand. Hey, that's it. That's what I got right there. Those are two songs I wanted to share with y'all. I appreciate the platform. I know it's not poetry. I was trying to be mellow and chill, and it is poetry to me to an extent, you know. So I just appreciate sharing it with y'all. Y'all, and also everybody is so talented. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of people, and I'm just happy to be around it because it does help me for sure in a lot of ways. So I appreciate all y'all.
Right, rhythm and poetry. I'm gonna go ahead and interject and say that was poetry. Thank you very much for sharing, Jamo. And where can the people find you on Instagram and all that if they want to see more?
Okay, no doubt. I just put my Instagram in the link. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm trying to promote my stuff on Instagram. I'm just really starting in terms of putting myself out because for a long time I was very self-conscious about my music and anything like that. So I never put it out or did anything about it. So in the past 6 months, I've just been let all that go and just, you know, because I always get excellent feedback when I share it. So I'm trying to just continue doing it because I write every day.
Excellent. That's a dilemma we're all familiar with here. And okay, Richie just got back from the bathroom, but I'm still going to go ahead and introduce the next person anyway, if that's all right. Because coming up next from the nation's capital is someone who has the poetry within him, who could not stop rhyming if he wanted to, and he doesn't want to because his name is Ed Poetastic, and I'll let him finish that.
I'm sorry, my rhyming is a habit, but it's a habit, but you gotta have it, right?
Oh, we love it. We love it. We're not telling you to stop. We're just letting you know we see it.
Is that
Please,
the itis?
Got the itis, nice. If you tell me to stop, my whole heart is gonna pop. We don't want that. We don't want one big protested rhyming heart attack. All right, my name is Ed Potastico. Really feel fantastic. Please get a time so I could join my rhyme for all you feel sublime. Okay, I got one short piece and 3 other pieces, and you know they're gonna rhyme. This is called Everything Matters. Black Lives Matters? No, all lives matters. We all are living on the same platter. When we eat, We don't get flatter, but fatter. When we feel pain, we just shatter. We all climb up the same rough ladder. We drink, we lose our bladders. We all been stabbed by physical or mental daggers. When we fail, we get so madder, yet not gladder. When each of us truly matter, we can all stand tall and defeat the attackers. All right, thank you so much. This is thank you. This is called The D Drug. You're my exception. You're my exception. Who do you want me to be to make you sleep with me? Not really, but she was a cute sweetie, maybe happier than a bumblebee on a very deep, deep degree. We'll be a happy, jolly three, basking in the pink sea. She just knew how to burn my grease, many other things to say the least. She was my missing crimson piece that gave me sweet serenity to my release. The desires never subsides to cease. My heart had the most largest crease. The day started to smell like moldy cheese. I want to see her again, pretty, pretty please. Time stands still while happiness suddenly frees. I was in love, but too bad I couldn't see. Now I'm alone, floating and bobbing in the salty sea. I'm completely lost and stung by criticizing bees. Lust isn't love, and love isn't lust. You best guarantee. It sucks being a weeping and lonely devotee, stuck, bound in a prison, but only one person has the key. All right, I got one more in store. This is called You Can't Have It Your Way. Tell me why, sorry. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way. We can't have it your way. Where's the love? Watch it quickly decay, crush, mush, and unloved. Why didn't you stay? You chase your desires, you toss our memories aside. My heart's on blue fire. I'm not gonna lie, but I died. What did you say? Your words were death notes. It was me, 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 but not us. It was a huge poignant joke. Couldn't satisfy your lust. How could you do that? Still stuck without an answer. You wrapped around another man. I can still hear your laughter. I play it back, but I didn't understand. Did I truly matter? In our memories, I did. Now I'm crying dry tears. Nostalgic, lost in the wind, giving birth to my fears. You couldn't have it your way. This is not your story. This is all mine. Life holds my glory. I'm not far behind. I need to remind myself to get back up. No more sad farewells. No more dump trucks. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way. All right, one more get home. All right. All right, this is called Long Night. The lights are fading away, but the stars are dancing high. The shadows came out to play, the twinkle coming from our eyes. The quiet hugs our ears, the silence thicker than any knife. The shadows are near, another chime in the nightlife. The colorful strangers yawning for slumber, rubbing their sandy doors, bodies slowly moving like lumber, minds quietly yearning for their beds to restore. The nightly migration has begun. The concrete roads packed full of flashing lights and sounds. The beams were brighter than the sun, the ride of the mindless merry-go-round, the tiny bugs singing miniature notes, fireflies flashing their radiant glow, the small yet whimsical thunderbolts flying high, nice, and slow. The blanket of chilling yet human air, the smoky fog is everywhere. The sun is sleeping, I'm fully aware. The warming spiral has no warmth to spare or share. The vivid towers have signs of close, the darkness filling the rooms and halls. The places eat, I suppose, while the flames remain froze. Many different shadowy silhouettes dancing on the walls. Wait, walking with me, myself, and I. Can't forget the ghostly mind behind me. I see you in the corner of my eye. You copycat who flows fluently as the sea. My night commute has reached an end. I jiggle my wand to open my iron gate. Time to clean and hug my soft, fluffy friends. Turning off my lights. Let me dream for goodness sake. Thank you.
Yeah, let him dream. Let him dream. Ed, poetastic, fantastic. Make some noise, everyone. Show him that love in the chat, in your windows, through emojis. And Ed, as always, man, thank you for your energy, your positivity, and your brilliance. Where can we find you?
You can find me here with my poetastic words and gear, because I have tons of word to share, because you know I care. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman, and my IG is EdForm92. Remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to speak my insight. If you send me a request, you can take a guess. I will click yes to your request. I hope everyone have a safe, healthy night and stay blessed and keep spewing the wonderful songs, rapping, or rhymes, or poetry outside your chest. Yes.
Excellent, man. Thank you, Ed. You're getting a lot of love on the YouTube chat, by the way. Sandy says, we love you, Ed Poetastic, because you fantastic. Julia's doing a dab. Erica Killer. Also, I haven't given you a shout out. What's up, Erica? Thanks for joining us. She's putting some exclamation marks. Woo! Yeah, lots of love. All right, cool. Yo, let's keep going. Let me go back to the list here. As I mentioned, we're going all over the place. So Ed, Washington, D.C., and we're going to head to a place where there's been a storm brewing. We are going to go down to the Boogie Down Bronx, where we have La Tormenta waiting to share some magic. What's up? Welcome back, Amanda.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's been so dope to kick it with you guys. I'm glad I got to hear Patty. I've been dying to hear Patty for so long. I'm gonna do like she says, and I'm gonna get right to it. I have two pieces, some old shit and some new shit. I'll go with the old shit first. A brief content warning of suicide. So let's go. You are kin, but I will kill you. I finally look this motherfucker in the eye for the very first time in weeks, only to explicitly see that this explosive rage was never even about him. His suicide threats and my I wish a bitch would were just a tragic song and dance to a louder cry for help. And it'd be easier to say that he is to blame, that only he caused this, but we both know that's foolish. Because I have been born to a bloodline of men who lie about what they will provide and whose pussy they've been inside. You are kin, but I will kill you. I have learned many lessons the hard way. Ignore a red flag when it is small and watch it erupt into volcanoes, melting away at your soul. There is no room for me inside a man who helped create 2 children, but still secretly hates women. And for this, I thank God they're both boys. That's that piece. And then some new shit. I wrote this like yesterday. When a little girl has a big mouth, after J.P. Howard's, I am good at secrets. A stereotype will have a signature of something familiar, but will still beg to go outside and cry. There isn't pride enough to hide such contrast, such contradiction. Before my body could recognize its size, my mouth grew loud for the streets to memorize. No surprise then, secrets rattled me up from the inside, like snakes slurping for supper on my organs, like a fortune of tellers cursing me out till I said something. I am bad at secrets. Eventually, I share them with the mango skies above me, offer them to palm trees. Eventually, I want everything swept under the rug, spread above my cherry wood table, with a scorching black cup of coffee, my way of spilling tea. Eventually, my hair grows full of secrets. With emerald eyes blind, eventually I make a mockery of your time and trust in me. Eventually, I am a shattered mirror with 7 years bad luck, knocking on your gums, even when you've done everything to brush me out. I am bad at secrets. Now dare ask yourself why you place your faith in a thing that never learned how to pray. I am bad at secrets. Thank you. Now, before Richie asks where they can find me, Amanda Ashley Villanueva on Facebook. I'm teaching a poetry workshop tomorrow. A couple folks in here will be there. I'll drop that in the chat. Hit me up, come meditate and write some poetry with me. It's gonna be a good time. I love you guys. Love you, Richie. Love you, Kit. Love you, Con. Mwah.
Awesome. Amazing. As always, Amanda La Tormenta. Yo, the workshops. Amazing stuff. If you guys want to get your writing on, hit that up. Oh, man, if I only didn't have to work. Ugh. Anyway, one of these days, I'm going to be free to do that. Anyway, yes, always great to have you on as well. Always, always. Yes, what's up, everyone? Monday night open mic. We're here every Monday. If you want to get on the list in the future, we do have a sign-up sheet that we put up the weekend before the show. You know, there are several places you can find that. One is this YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, just look under the video. You can click subscribe. And also, if you click on that bell for notifications, anytime we upload a new video, you'll be notified. So when we upload a live stream, because we do it in advance, in the description you can find the link to sign up. That's usually one of the first places you can be notified when the sign up sheet is available. You can also follow us online, Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, you know, or you can just message any of us. Now that you know all of us, we're gonna keep going though. I did ask permission because I know I've been putting the list all night. But we do have another debut, so I didn't want to invite her up just really quick. And then we have Teza Somok sharing some poetry and music as always. But just so we can welcome, because she actually did sign up first. I just moved her towards the bottom because I wasn't sure when you'd get here. But it is morning for you. Sometimes we do go international. So today, joining us from Greece, and it is open mic for breakfast. Let's go ahead and welcome Alexandra. Great to have you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Morning.
7:30 a.m. here. Okay. Can I share the screen?
Yes, you should be able to.
Right. Okay. Okay, usually this is done to music, guitar music, but it's kind of too early here for that. Sorry, but my visions are my torture. My visions are my comfort. Turquoise visions, turquoise flying. For those whose hearts are not tired of sowing in the field of dreams. For the journey is bittersweet, half hurt, half tenderness. Like thorny milk thistle, like sweet smelling jasmine. Accepting variety and different behaviors. Going beyond wrongdoings and right doings. Into new and more thriving harvests. My visions are my scrambling ascent. My visions are my sacred conquest. turquoise visions, turquoise flying. For those whose hearts can admire the phosphorescent hopes of the sunset. For the journey is rugged, half uphill, half downhill. Like bare time in the winter cold, like bees gathering nectar from spring blossoms, evoking the rain's lament and the sun's caress. Going beyond unpleasant reactions onto new and even higher peaks. My visions are my futile mirages. My visions are my sweetest oases. Turquoise visions, turquoise flying. For those whose hearts are refreshing fountains of muses' songs. For the journey is uncharted. Half tempest, half tranquility. Like a wavy, turbulent sea on a windy day. Like crystal, serene waters under the shimmering sun. Sailing over low and high tides. Going beyond traumatic and fond memories. Into new and longed for harbors. My visions are my lightning duty. My visions are my radiant basking. Turquoise visions, turquoise flying. For those whose hearts shine brightly through storms. For the journey is evolving. Half empirical, half innate. Seeing what I encounter, seeing what I know. Painting the world in dark and iridescent hues. Going beyond detrimental and beneficial beliefs into new and more exquisite rainbows. Our visions are our unmanifested ashes. Our visions are our golden wings. Golden visions, golden flying.
All right. Awesome. Alexandra. I think there I mean there was a slide, right? There was supposed to be more image because we only got the cover.
Are you serious?
But
No, well
this
that means that wait, I asked you if I'm sharing the screen.
the screen is being shared, but it wasn't changing to the slides. But
Well,
we have
it was changing from here, so that's crazy.
yeah, it's weird. But we did link the interview you did with Finn Bell, the Poets Lighthouse, where you did perform that with the music, so people can check that out. But Alexandra, thank you for joining us this morning. Is there anything you'd like to share or promote right now as well for your stuff?
Yeah, sure. I'm just so confused about the screen share. Okay. Well, let me just Yeah, I'll share, but it actually said that I'm sharing the screen here. That's so weird. I'll add my link, yeah. Sharing and everything was moving along.
Yeah, so sorry. We didn't want to interrupt because, as Finn says, you had a nice pacing to your words. We didn't want to interrupt the flow.
Oh, you should have told me. Oh God.
Oh, so sorry.
I mean, it's like the designs are flying by here. So I'm utterly shocked. But anyway. First time that's ever happened. Okay. Yeah, I just have my link tree there. So that's it. I'm very sorry about that.
No, it's fine. The reading still stood. Everyone loved it, right? Got lots of love in the chat. Thank you for joining us today. And I know it is morning. It's early, so appreciate that as well for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, it's kind of 7 a.m.
Awesome. That's a great way to spend the morning. And as Nick Paleologos likes to say, one of us. One of us, one of us. So if you're ever feeling like you want to take in another breakfast, Mike, feel free to join us here. Next week or any week you're free. Thank you for joining us.
Sorry about the graphics.
Oh no, it's okay. It is there though, right? You did perform the same piece at the Poets Lighthouse.
Yeah, for Finn, and yeah, everything with Henry Lohman playing the music.
Awesome. Yeah, that was cool.
My husband playing the guitar now instead of Henry, but he has to take the children to school, so.
Yeah, got you. So definitely, we'll try again next time. But again, welcome to our open mic, and you're welcome back anytime. Okay. And next time we'll know to like stop you. We're like, wait, hold on, because you also do. Yeah, because you also do illustrations, so that's cool to know. All right, yes. Cool. I guess we'll go and keep the mic going, but yeah, I apologize for that. Sometimes I still don't know like when to step in, but in the future, I guess we will. Okay, yo. Shout out to Nick Paleologos, just made it into the Zoom call. Happy to have you, brother. If you're just chilling out, man, that's cool too. But if you want to add, same with Khan, if you guys want to add, just shoot me a message and we can add you to some open spots. But right now we're going to go to Los Angeles, where we have one of our favorite poets. As we always like to say, class is about to be in session. It is time for another Tez Talk. Let's go and make some time for Mr. Tesosomok. What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
What's up, Richie?
What is up? Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right, I have 1 and 1. Is that cool?
That is cool.
All right. So this piece is titled "The Paradox of Democracy." In a democracy, every ordinary citizen is effectively a king. But a king in a constitutional democracy, a monarch who decides only formally, whose function is merely to sign off on measures proposed by an executive administration. This is why the problem with democratic rituals is homologous to the great problem of constitutional monarchy. How to protect the dignity of the king, how to maintain the appearance that the king effectively makes decisions when we all know this is not to be true. So if you think about this as, it's like everybody gets really upset because, my rights, everybody, it believes they're a king. And like when you infringe on that fallacy that somehow they're decision makers, the only decision that you have is the ability to give up your power in 30 seconds at the polling box. That's the only power you got. The American liberal democratic regime's veneer has always been pockmarked by unconscious bias, rhetorocrisis's. One would think this was settled, but they neither increase or decrease the toxic privilege of the right to be wrong and still be right. This is the embodiment of the unassailability of the democratic experiment, the toxic pact made to help and underwrite the safety and success, even at the expense of other people in this country, whether they be Native Americans, African Americans, or reflexive immigrants. Like a bad relationship, we move from one crisis to another. Economic crisis due to the money illusion, the market monetarism, the Great Recession, the future of monetary policy, swallowing the hard sell that it wasn't caused by greedy bankers or by deregulation, nor the housing bubble, not even the dismal policies of the Federal Reserve quantitative easement. Similarly, we are asked to accept that it was a quaint picnic outing, not an attempted beer hall push of 1923. We must accept it as a breakdown of the essentialist political norms for the rules of orderly secession. We are asked to accept the Joe Roganization of the insurgents who get by on mere crude and animal instinct, exemplifying the opening for justified class chauvinist resentment. We're asked to accept the ping pong game of the good cop, bad cop dyad, of the animus of the ruling duopoly. Such polarization and perspective renders the empire invisible by rendering the presumptive lesser evil as more cosmetically acceptable. The influencer class wants us to believe that we're not ceding voluntarily our degree of economic decisions, dismissing the flares going up, that the dictatorial state will guarantee retainment of profits if in the exchange of centralizing its power. Our contemporary political institutions are unable to deal with these problems to the satisfaction of the overwhelming majority. The potmarks of class and the potmarks of partisan politics. Post January 6th, the larger issue of militarism, the surveillance state, welfare for corporations, and austerity for working people remain unpalatable, reminding us of Scene 8, the Grumpy People's Front of Judea, for Monty Python's Life of Brian, Reg. What's the point of fighting for his right to have babies when he can't have babies, Francis? It's symbolic of our struggle against depression, Reg. Symbolic of his struggle against reality. So, much like the church and the monarch both had to double speak the phrase to serve the people. Even the king has to reinvent this function as the highest servant of the people. This means that ultimately we must all serve. Ordinary people serve the state or the people. The state serves the people. The paradox of democracy is if we all are rendered kings and queens, we must therefore render the agency of serving. Whoever makes the claim out loud, I'm the one you are serving, is no longer a Democrat, but the fascist and must be beheaded. And there's another paradox of democracy that says that you can democratically elect the fascists. We were very close. That's the end of my poem.
And peace. And now comes the guitar.
And now comes the guitar. All right, this is something very different. So it's gonna be challenging. Let's see how it comes up. Okay. All right. seen any rain. Dragging round a ball and chain. I haven't seen any rain. Dragging round a ball and chain. Angel said it's 11:15. I'll get the next elevator to heaven. Time could be a second, could be a minute, an hour, or even a day. Could be a second, a minute, an hour, or even a day. Angel says it's 7:15. I'll catch the elevator to heaven. I haven't seen any rain. Dragging round a ball and chain. I haven't seen any rain. Dragging round a ball and chain. The angel says past 7. Time to catch the next elevator. Heaven. Wow, that was hard.
Nice elevator to heaven, man. I like the blues gruff voice.
Have you heard
there.
that song before? It's a Chris Bell song.
I did look it up while you were singing it. Yeah. And actually, Alexandra mentioned it too in the chat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
Gee.
Awesome stuff.
All right, guys. Thank you. That was something totally different.
Which we appreciate, man. Anything you'd like to promote before we move on?
No, I'm good right now. I'm just chugging along, writing, and putting out lots of funky videos for you to enjoy.
Yeah, those are always so much fun. Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Yo, what is up, everyone? We got a couple more peeps. In fact, we have some bonus performers. Like, it's just like the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. First, we're gonna go to El Paso, where we have Poet Khan gonna step up and share a little something. She will be hosting Monday the 14th. I also mentioned her reading on Thursday, 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time for Papagayo Project. Poet Khan, you still with us? Let's see. Yeah, you are. What up?
Hey, y'all. Just getting my baby situated so I can have me some poet time. I'm going to share screen for the first time on BWOMS, maybe not, but anyway. I don't have nothing crazy up here already then. I don't know if I'm doing this.
There you go, but you did mute yourself. Okay, there you go.
Audio. So it says if I'm sharing the audio, it stops my audio here. I wasn't trying to share the audio. It's a lot. Okay. My bad. I'm gonna try one more time here and then we're gonna just move on. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, let's see. So I was recently I had the privilege of being a part of an anthology to start the 2022 year off with. I'm a part of an anthology of women called Feisty. It's on Amazon. It's a #1 seller on Amazon right now. And I'm one of 19 women that shared some really awesome stories that they've been through. So I wanted to share my intro piece with you guys from my chapter. Doing a little airplane interlude. Okay, so this is called Motherhood. This is called The Ultimate Sacrifice. Motherhood is fetching water for your young from an impossible well every day. Might as well be blindfolded, hopefully blinded by the sun. But if blinded by the truth, motherhood is choosing to walk in the dark. Appropriately approaching an ocean so vast, it is out of our grasp. This bucket will never outlast the weight of this present day task, but I'll try. I will try. Motherhood is choosing to do something that someone else said they could not do, would say they are glad they did not do. In your face, somehow respond with a smile. Singular people tend to peer at us mysteriously, seemingly fitting, because we have absolutely no idea what we are doing as parents. None. Left with the physical, spiritual, mental ramifications, watching your body, being decay to bring forth life. Healing that episiotomy. Motherhood is having your reality taken off the shelf, thrown down the cellar towers of doom. Your closest friends in a Zoom room, pathetic, and trying not to be, just broken, empty. It was one good night. Now it is for life. It was supposed to be a picket fence and an F-150, or a Toyota Corolla and a condo in the downtown artist district. It was supposed to be a 2-car garage on the outskirts of the city, or at least a fucking check to expect each month. My experience with fatherhood crumbled to silence on both occasions. Motherhood is blaming yourself for your fuck up, rightfully so, but also blaming yourself for the outcome of someone else's life. Someone that knows you are desperate for the kind of support only they can supply, and they simply cannot give it to you. We know that we are not capable at times, sometimes more than others. This is true. Some mothers were robbed of their innocence, becoming robbers of the innocent, have not been allotted the time and space to admit what happened. Some of us function from a time warp. We tell ourselves one day, someday, while blowing our potential in a cloud of haze, purple preferably. We need support as women. It has nothing to do with being independent. We need a second opinion. Need hands that grab ass, that grab baby bags, the groceries, grab my spirit when I forget I am the prize king. Take her with you for your time with the fellas, because I need a chance to reset this segment. Motherhood is needing a break like you need the veins in your body to allow DNA to cascade through. Coding who you are, remembering that you used to be more than a mommy, somewhere in you still more than just a mommy, crying yourself to sleep, crying yourself awake, keeping a cloud of haze all day like your mother did. Motherhood is hoping your fatherless sons turn out better. And that's my first piece. Then I want to read y'all something from my book. I'm going to be kicking it with Richie on Thursday for Papagayo. This is going to be my first time kicking it with Papagayo and doing something locally for the local peeps. That has me so excited to be more involved in us here in the 915 as well. But yeah, you know, so I'm gonna just jump into this because it's a little.
Are you gonna use your screen for this?
No.
You
Am
don't
I
want
still showing it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got a double con. All right, there you go.
Okay. So this is from my book, CPR to My Dreams, an ode to 2020. I remember sharing this for the first time at BWOMS, and I was just so, it meant a whole lot to me. So it was when I first wrote it. It wasn't published. It's published now. Amen. So this is called Preface, the Epidermis. It's the intro to my book. I wrote these words for us, the ones that struggle with a constant loss of identity, striving to survive a pigment crisis called my Black skin. These words are for the ones whose mere cultural pride is deemed an actus reus, possessing frozen identities to be fully actualized only in the mind, never completely loved or fully appreciated on land we cultivated. These words are for my best friend and other innocent sinners locked away in the pen, men that could be home, nurturing rye gardens, tilling fertile land, protecting their children, comforting that woman as only he can. Instead, they are piled away in a cage, praying for justice to justify their intentions. Can I mention you served a king the peasant's portion? To the mothers that are left to build, work the field, feed, till, mill, will, seal the deal, cook the meal, teach. For the learning coaches that need motivational coaches, the newfound teacher mom who is too guilty to admit a break is delinquent. Hopelessness has become a daily routine for the single mother that needs comfort and protection beyond means. Companionship, affection, she needs a good man desperately. To everyone ironed under the thumb of oppression for the price of that melanin. For melanin that no longer gets to taste the sun or see his sons or daughter, this is for you. To the COVID-19 survivors that would rather die than survive 2020 without their loved ones, 330,000 that have succumbed to Corona's clutch. To my Black people, burning down targets, not giving a fuck. We are beautiful people. We matter. We are matter and therefore are factual. We are divinely protected. One with God, and that is the majority. Furthermore, we, us, the dark-skinned ones, our prayers are heard, our thoughts have cosmic encounters, and Black lives matter. Thank y'all. If you'd like to support me, I'm going to drop links. My Cash App, my Venmo, if you want to just send me a blessing, it will be in my link tree. The link for CPR to My Dreams is in my link tree as well. And then I'll add the link tree, the link to Feisty if you'd like to support my latest project. It's on Amazon. It's amazing. So thank you guys. Thank you for the space. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, Khan, thank you so much. As always, guys, feel free to show love any way you'd like in the chat, on the screen, emojis, or with noise. All right, yo, next up. So, Khan guest host every now and then, which we love, and our next performer also gets to co-host as well whenever he's available to do so and ask for it. But we have next up, and it's a treat because I didn't think he was going to make it today, but he found his way here, making his way from Jersey. We got Nick Paleologos. What's up, man? Welcome back.
You can only keep me down for so long, that is. I'm talking about my freaking crap that I went through this past week. Not fun because, dental shit, not fun. Root canals, not fun. But I'm okay. I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. I'm actually glad that, I'm here. So, yeah, let's do it. Poetry. Yeah. This is a really, really new one. It's really raw. Tentative title so far. Tentative title is called For So Long. Bones can only hold a soul for so long. Pain can only contain a body for so long. Nerves can only confine a mind for so long. I've climbed vines and casted dies to get to a divine level of clarity. My bones have ached for a healing vision that I have ignored for years. I've shown the spirit and wrath of God lives in my actions. My nerves have boiled blood to make stones to build a church out of glass that is easily gets destroyed by cyanide and sunlight. As they chisel away at the granite, I hoped that they would build, not decay. For I have prayed for years on end, held gospel in my heart, walked with wrong worshippers, run with the ravens and falcons. This is your body, Nick. You wear it as your legacy. You spit up poetry in your vomit. You snorted genius and look like a fool doing it. To those on the outside in the constellations, you're not a fool, but a madman. Since my body is my legacy, I want you to build it, live it, create it. You've taken dirt and buried pain in your graveyard, sedentary in the cemetery. When you dug it up, another corpse appeared. You sucked the life out of the venom in the hopes of restoration. You have been a vampire with a cross piercing your heart. Your bones were broken and are repaired. Your pain was temporary. Your nerves shaken. Your body is not just your legacy. Your soul is part of it too. And so is your writings that aren't buried no more. They are celestial, just like you have been. There we go. That's that piece right there. Yeah. And I also have a book. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to do something a lot later than that one. And I'm going to do this one that I haven't done in a while. This one's called Electric Dancing Machine. Electricity dances through me. My feet slide, hips shake, arms flail. It's not EDM that washes over me. Me, entrance into transcending the soul upward. Electricity enters the building, striking a lightning pose, burning a dance floor as the bass booms. It's only me and electricity. No need for a drug, no need for another partner. Something in this moment. These 3 minutes feel like 3 days have passed through me without aging me a minute. I'm dancing in space where my spirit is ether, where my body is cosmic, where my mind is omniscience, where I am wholly feel free. Electricity jolts out of my being towards space. I came crashing to earth, arisen out of dirt to find the rhythm so that I can and I will run that track back. I'm done. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Eclectic Electric Nick, awesome man. Check out Ad versus Reaction. Feel free to add any links in the chat as well. I love that you held it up to like a whole like pastiche behind you of the book.
Shout outs to Generally Smith for that. Yeah.
Cool stuff, man. Thanks for making, dude. I'm surprised you made it.
Yeah. Well, like I was just like, man, I'm like, I'm feeling better, so I'm like, you know what? I want to kind of get back into my groove and everything like that because I've been away for a few days. I got some things coming up. I got my hosting on this Wednesday, on the 2nd of February in 2022. So that's gonna be something cool right there with The Word Is Right. And then I also have PGN Vivacious Church on the Friday. That'll be an IG live show, and then I don't think I have anything else coming. Oh, I have also Tumblewords coming up in February too as well. The last Saturday, so that's gonna be cool.
All right, awesome, man. Dig it. Thank you so much. Yes, awesome. And again, if you guys are new here, we do have an after party, a hangout where we just hang out on a Zoom call and chat it up. Obviously, it's not required, but whoever just wants to stay up and wants to, we can talk about anything and everything. But we are looking forward to that. We do have one more performer. Again, I want to give a shout out to everyone who has stuck all the way through. Like, chat, you were amazing today on YouTube. Shout out to Julia and Erica. Loved having you guys on and participating in the chat today. You guys are also welcome in the Zoom meeting if you want. So let's go ahead and end the night. I believe he's ready. He has a theme song too, but I forget it every time because I improvise it.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum. Dan the man. Dum dum. I don't know what I'm doing. Dan, you ready?
Ready.
All right, awesome. Ladies and gents, beautiful MBs, put your hands together, make some noise for the one, the only Dan the man.
How's everybody doing tonight? I am. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make this quick, so I hope you'll like this one. So, yeah. Okay. What I'm doing for to the countdown of the countdown for Valentine's Day you can find it on the Instagram stories. They are my countdown Valentine's Day for my Instagram stories. You'll like this one. And yeah, there's countdown, there's GFM band, Lauren Corzine, and some roses right there, and then Joe Barone's and yep, Damian Isers, welcome to the rodeo. Here's something funny. Yep. Yeah. And then you have Gene Simmons at a Kiss concert. Yeah, which was what happens if you're a Friday. Yeah. Look, Sammy Hagar, I can't draw 55. Well said, Sammy. Yeah, and there it is. There it is. This is nice. Yeah, I know, yeah, Gordon. Well, yeah, and David Bowie, Let's Dance. Let's Dance. Life on Mars. Anybody else? Odyssey, Space Odyssey, and one of my favorites from David Bowie, Valentine's Day. God rest his soul. Yeah. All right. Well, at least we're 2 weeks away till Valentine's Day. I think sometime this week I'm gonna start doing roses again. I didn't do them last year because of COVID. Yeah. So. And I think next Thursday, I think next Monday, I'll do the child's calendar for February because we're still on January. So that's it's kind of way too early. Excuse me. Okay. And that's not all. This also throughout February is Black History Month. Yep. So I got that one ready for next Monday. So
And as tradition, Dan enters virtual card mode.
All right, guys, here it is. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget Facebook and don't forget Facebook and find the title, search and subscribe. You know what to do. For those of you who are new, screenshot this. Okay. And oh yeah, and and I think you might remember last Thursday I was at the Old Sheepdog Brewery. I was doing a dedication to Clinton Price, and hope Clinton Price family, and hope you guys liked it. And yeah, so oh, okay. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. I'll see you guys next Monday. Okay, let's go ahead and close it up, Richie.
All right. Thank you, Dan, so much for that. We got to see your timeline, man. That's new. I don't know if we've ever had that before. The performance. Yes, and if you've ever had the pleasure of meeting Dan in person, we all know he has his magic camera that blinds you for no less than 5 minutes. It's great. All for the vlog. Gotta do it for the vlog. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, we conclude another Monday night stay-at-home open mic. Check that out. If you have some extra cash, we do take donations. That is me right there. Anything, if you got a couple bucks, buy a coffee. It does help me pay for the Zoom subscription at the very least. We are here every Monday. So if you want to be joining us, please come by. You're always welcome to just hang out in the Zoom. Really loved the live chat tonight. You guys were awesome. Keep coming back. But of course, if you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. We will see you next time. We are going to stick around for the after party, but for the live stream, I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Again, I definitely do encourage, follow us, Barbed Open Mic Series on social media. Be kept up to date. We got more content on the way. So for the live stream, my name is Rich MC, project director of Barbed Open Mic Series. Beautiful performers tonight. Go follow them. Go check out their art. Go support